Whirling blade.
Thunderstrike.
Bishop delivery.
Take this. Try this.
You're done.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome, folks. Thank you for joining us for BattleRekt this evening, the NA edition of our 2v2 series. My name is Gecks. Alongside me, I have Mr. FindableCarpet, and we're, as I said, going to be bringing you some excellent 2v2 games from the North American scene this evening. Carpet, I know we've talked in the past about what BattleRekt is, but can you reiterate for us what is BattleRekt? What are we trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm as broken a record as it comes, so I might as well just keep doing it. So, BattleRekt! It's a tournament we're going to be putting on for you guys throughout the rest of, hopefully, until one of us dies.
Yeah.
But we're going to be doing a bunch of one-off tournaments for the rest of the month. We're going to be experimenting with some rule sets, giving you guys some things, each with its own individual prize pool, so that come December, we can actually give you guys more of like a season-style gameplay with, like, I guess, a tournament that builds over time with a rule set that we find is fair for everybody. But what we really want to make sure that it's perfect is feedback from you guys, the chat, the players, anybody that's involved. I don't care if you have no idea what this game is. Let us know. You think our color palette is off? Maybe you think my new jacket is not as spiffy as I hope it is. Whatever it is, give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. And we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to hear from you. You can do it through a bunch of different channels, Reddit, Discord, what have you, even Twitter as well. You can follow us at our official Twitter, at BattleRekt. And, you know, yell at us there or be nice, give us compliments. We like compliments, too. So you can go ahead and do that there. Now, you were talking, Carpet, a little bit about, you know, the overall scheme of BattleRekt, kind of what we're trying to do. But today we have specifically the 2v2 tournaments, as I was saying in the start. And with that, we'll have single elimination tournament. It was open to everybody. We're now down to our top 8, but single elimination, best of 9 rounds in each match. And then once we get to the grand finals, we'll have a best of 3 maps. Those maps are chosen by a banning process. So one team will ban a map, the other team bans a map, and they get all the way down till they're left with just 1 map. And of course, in the grand finals, best 3 maps, that is. And the winner of that best of 3 takes home our grand prize.
First place going home today with $200, split between the two of them. Second place going home with $100.
Mm-hmm.
The accent is gorgeous.
Good,
and anyone that makes it in the top 8, which is where we're starting our broadcast, we're going to be starting from the quarterfinals. All top 8 teams will be going home with a demonic steed.
Demonic steed. It's a beautiful, beautiful steed. Trusty steed as well.
Trusty demonic. Yeah.
Absolutely. As you head into battle, it's wonderful. Love it. It's but
it's already dead. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we tried. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket today. As we said, we're in the top 8, so let's take a little closer look, see what teams we have working with. Some good names coming out, some ones that rival some of the EU names that we've seen in the past. Also, some familiar faces as well that we've seen in past NA 2v2 tournaments.
Yeah, we saw D-Rama last time. They were just all lowercase, low-key drama is what we were calling them, but now they've, I guess, kind of rebranded themselves. D-Rama, we saw them last week. Boxicles, we saw Physicals on the team. It looks like he's playing with another friend. Most of these just mashups of names. And Get Elo Amount.
Get Elo
They've
Amount.
succeeded.
They've done it.
They can just throw.
They
can just end now. They might as well just pull out. They've gotten the mount and they're done.
Yep, that's...
If that was your goal, you set your bar so low.
Yeah, I mean, but they got what they came for, you know. They met their expectation or what they wanted to do. They got their goal.
How about you get Elo Amount and $100? Make it to the finals.
Yeah, give Elo a real surprise. You know, don't stop at the mount, man. You got to go the whole way.
Treat your friends with dignity.
Absolutely. Get that man some money. He needs it. So that's what we're working with anyway. We got some good games coming up for you guys, and we will be getting into Game 1 very shortly. But also keep in mind, guys, if you want to sign up for BattleRekt, you can do that at BattleRekt.com. You head there, click on the links, sign up. We got 2v2s and 3v3 tournaments, 3v3s coming up this Friday that you can get involved with too. So lots of good stuff on the horizon. Get yourself involved. It's a lot of fun. We have fun.
We have a blast. The first 2 teams we're actually going to be watching are Mom's Spaghetti and Team Australia. Mom's Spaghetti consisting of Raptor Spank and Elypian. If that's exactly how it's going to be pronounced. I'm not even going to correct myself. Team Australia consisting of Storm Ross and Kev Fun.
Storm Ross?
Not Kevin, but Kev Fun.
Kev Fun.
Kev Fun.
I'm wondering, I would hope at least one of them is Australian.
I mean, that would be
if they're gonna
horrible ping spikes.
Yeah.
If you made it this far with an Australian ping, I'd be
good for you.
Maybe he's from Australia and now lives in North America, or at least a closer region.
Yeah, maybe.
To be playing from Australia, the man must be a legend. But we see, what is this? What?
Okay.
A Pearl Paloma against Faresh.
Paloma. Wow. Okay, I dig it. I dig it. This is gonna be interesting.
Against the Faresh. Oh man, this is gonna be
some new meta.
I don't know. We have not seen this yet in the BattleRekt tournament. The double support going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to build straight damage or just going to try and out-sustain this non-supported team.
This is going to be very, very interesting. Right away, Olympian hit that counter off of the Wolf, and he will just go straight in trying to get Pearl. That sustain is going to be super strong from this comp. And of course, we know some damage can be dealt as well. Definitely got to watch out for that. So right now, Raptor Spank working his way around, trying to get onto Kevfun a little bit, as Olympian is also applying some pressure to Pearl. Hits that counter, and the other side will be down for Kevfun. Center orb is up as well. And again, going straight in, actually getting the spear onto Stormross, pulling him back. Hit that counter now. The ultimate is up for both Stormross and Kevfun. Both have his ultimates ready. So keep on the lookout for that. Center orb will be coming back up. Other side is also down for Paloma at the moment. Hits the counter as well. Going to try and get back on to Paloma. And here comes the ultimate as well. He's going to have to use that spear, get himself out of there just barely. Other side yet again hits the counter. Raptor Spank does. Anyway, continuing to apply that pressure to Kevfun. This might be the opportunity. Got the end cap on the Pearl. Now they're both just going to gang up on Kevfun, who was taking quite a bit of damage. Center orbs up. Stormross able to secure that. Ultimate up for Stormross as well, but Kevfun still continuously taking that damage. Jaws comes out, is able to suck up Olympian in the middle of it, but Kevfun went down in the process. Now a 1 versus 2. Stormross does have a decent bit of health using
Waste
the ultimate.
is fully charged. M1 didn't get the damage on it. That actually could have been enough to put Shifu at a really low level. Plus he would have been silenced. Definitely don't want to be careless with that. That is one of the best damage sources that Pearl has at a consistent level, especially since with the first BattleRekt, he went Power of the Deep, which charges up his M1 as soon as he dives, which again puts his Volatile Water at a 22 damage with a 1.2 second silence. Looked like they were doing pretty well in the beginning, but just not enough burst damage to really finish anybody off. I mean, Faresh still with quite a lot of help, but Shifu.
Olympian's so hurt, but Stormross also just taking it from Raptor Spank, hitting that counter as well. Stormross definitely in a bit of trouble now, is gonna go down right as he got the ultimate. So Mom Spaghetti taking the early 1-0 lead.
I even knew that was the name, but just hearing you say Mom Spaghetti has taken a win.
Yeah, it's great.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal team name, Raptor Spank and Olympian. You have the carpet seal of approval.
Yeah, on that name.
Typical, your normal builds that you'd see right now out of Faresh and Shifu. Shifu again going Ceremonial Spear in the first round, and then going Skewer for the next one. Although, I think it's a little bit different than sometimes what we see. But Faresh getting Zeal and Celerity, building up that shield. You want to make sure you get that damage, or that stun, and build up that potential ability for the shield. I mean, he's a surprisingly tanky guy for ranged.
And all right, getting panicked away. He was trying to get in onto Kevfun, but was able to hit the panic. And Center Orb is coming up right now, which will get secured by Stormross and Kevfun. And you see down at the bottom is Shifu just getting in onto Paloma, hit the end cap. Other side is going to get used up, and Olympian getting himself right into Stormross. In the process, just applying that pressure, and the orb coming back up as we speak. But man, they are really, or at least Olympian is really hammering away at Kevfun. Now a lot of the time here, just continually making him use that other side, which just went out again. And Olympian is just reigning free with left clicks, right clicks. He gets in there and just is able to have his way. Both of them.
They just aren't dealing enough damage. I mean, Stormross right now is a total of 212, while Kevfun has 240. On the opposite sides, we see 344 and 448. So, I mean, already each with almost double. Oh, here comes the Faresh ult. He's going to land at least 2 of them, going to finalize the kill on poor Paloma. And now Pearl left in her bubble to her devices.
Well, was able to get at least one inside of Jaws. Is going to have to dive away. Comes out on the other side, hits the silence as well. Counters, getting another one. So many
bubble, look how slow he is.
All over the place. He can't move anywhere. Oh, but Storm Ross in a lot of trouble here, caught back in the corner. I don't think it's going to be able to get out of here. Hitting that counter, too, which, I mean, was telegraphed for days. And finally going down, and that is a 2-0 lead for Mom Spaghetti.
This composition is bold, to say the least. And also, I think Varesh inadvertently kind of counters this. His M1 is Hand of Corruption. The debuff actually makes you get healed for 15% less. So if they're trying to overwhelm with sustain, they're actually doing, I mean, of all the people to pick, it's a pretty good one. But we do see 422 protection from Storm Ross as Pearl, and 245 from Kevfun as Paloma. An expected differential.
Right.
As we know, Paloma's not as strong as a direct healer, but she can, heal herself and others all at the same time.
Yeah.
So together, maybe they were hoping to do a little bit more. She built up her Wolf, got that root with the Wolf. She's building up Pixie Dust. She wants to be able to dish out that damage, but it is getting, the immaterial perfectly timed from Shifu.
And Kevfun able to hit the Wolf, but man, Kevfun's really been having a lot of difficulties being super effective in this game so far. Hitting another panic on the Raptor Spank, but yet again hitting Shifu's counter when Storm Ross gets silenced. And ultimate is up for Raptor Spank at the moment. Other side is down for Kevfun as well. Center Orb is up and secured. Raptor Spank has his ult. Kevfun just about to be up on his Storm Ross. Also, he's got that full stick of butter in hand ready to cook. So we'll see if he decides to use Jaws. A lot of times just charging up the M1s, really, the EX M1 on Pearl can be more effective than using ult, but decides to use it this time. Going down as Kevfun was able to snag up one with Jaws, but the Storm Ross got his work cut out for him here in this 1v2.
This is going to be a tough ride, especially because we've seen them just deal with her between both of their counters and the debuffs that Varesh puts on. For those of you that don't know, his Hand of Judgment, his M2 is right-click. Not only does it deal 24 damage, but it places a debuff that will actually increase your damage taken by 15% for 5 seconds. Both of his debuffs last 5 seconds. He can trigger them with his E, his Shatter, which then either heals him and snares, or deals damage and silences, depending on which buff, M1 or M2. But I mean, dealing with both of those, I mean, look at it. He's going to place the right click and then just start wailing with his left click as much as he can, just to get increased damage.
Oh, Storm Ross not able to hit that counter either. Really needed the Center Orb as well. Has ult again. Maybe if he can get some, throw him out. Still really hurting it right now, missing these charged M1s as well. The double ult was just going to crunch him. Ends up going down. Anyway, now, Mop Spaghetti rolling with it, 3-0.
619 protection from Pearl and 159 from Paloma. She's struggling to be able to put out damage or sustain heal. She only had 255 damage and 448 for Pearl. And both players on Mom Spaghetti ended up dealing over 200 from the next best on Team Australia. Just, I really find this Team Cup interesting. I want to know what they were aiming for.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to imagine being able to, I mean, even if they were, I mean, they have no supports and they're doing totally fine. You know what I mean? They've, between their shields and their immaterials and a little bit of sustain they do have, they're having no problem at all being able to, just mitigate the damage coming from Pearl and Paloma.
Yeah, it really made Kevfun, in particular, incredibly ineffective in this game. As in twos, you really don't need that support. Threes, different story. Here comes the ultimate, though, from Olympian. He's able to connect a little bit onto Pearl, and he's getting ready to go back in. Immaterial is going to jump on Pearl, but that bubble shield goes out. Center Orb is up as well, hitting the counter. They've hit Olympian's counter when it's been out there in times that, honestly, it probably should not be hit. It's been out there for so long. They're still hitting it regardless. Olympian, though, has taken a decent bit of damage so far. He's a little bit low. If they can start to grind him down just a bit more, they have an opportunity in this round at least. And they're going to hit that counter yet again on Olympian as he continues to hack away at Paloma.
Ooh, getting that counter.
Got the end cap.
Apparently these guys really are from Australia, which would explain the potential late reactions and nailing so many counters. Yeah. Their ping levels are incredible. The fact they made it this far is pretty impressive.
Honestly, it is. That would definitely explain some things. Other side, is down. Both Stormross and Kefun have the ultimates. Paloma ultimate gets used. Raptor Spank caught in the middle, and a little bit of Olympian is so hurt. Paloma's gonna hunt him down and finally finish him off. Now the ult comes out from Raptor Spank, went into the other side. Kefun did right after the first one connected, but he is actually going to have other ults pretty soon here as he picks up Olympian's energy. But finally an opening for Team Australia to get themselves back into the game and get a round on the board. He's got the ultimate ready to go, but he's gonna have to pull off something miraculous, especially with these kind of sustains. Does use the ultimate, was able to hit it twice. Got the orb and hit 2 of those on him. Ooh, getting out of that Jaws just in time, but finally going down. Team Australia gets themselves a round on the board. It's 3-1.
Team Australia, once they notice that Shifu's stuff is down, they really can start wailing on. I mean, between the Wolf, the volatile water, the fully charged volatile water, just in general, the damage they can put out even from their M1s. I mean, the DPS, you know, it's not fantastic given the fact that the supports, but, you know, it's still okay. Paloma with a DPS of, or M1, I should say, with a damage per second of 28.6. Pearl significantly lower, 17.5, but she does have her ability to charge it up and deal quite a lot of damage, especially if she gets a couple charges in a row. She gets her space, dives, does 22, and then if she gets a counter, does 22 again, that's 44. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was spacing out there for a second.
No, it's all cool. It's all good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fine, we're good.
I was thinking about strategy, and I just, you know, sometimes that happens. Long day. Anyway, here we go. Kefun getting in. Counter, or Olympian getting in, excuse me. And center orb's gonna be up. Olympian able to secure it last second. And both just healing each other up. Heals out the wazoo between the two of these guys. A lot of sustain now getting onto Kefun yet again, forced to use other side. Gotta be careful, able to hit the panic though as Olympian came back in, and the silence as well. And the Raptor Spank has the ultimate ready to go as well. Maybe wait till that other side is down to go ahead and try and use it. But not able to get his counter procced. And hitting his counter as well, Olympian, as he continues to apply that pressure. Kefun's got to be careful, getting separated more and more from Stormross. And the other side is down as well, so Raptor Spank possibly an opportunity to use that ultimate if he so chooses. Olympian's got his as well. And here it goes, trying to get onto Pearl. Bubble Shield came out in time, was able to mitigate a lot of the damage, and got other-sided by Kefun, who now, of course, no longer has that. Hitting Raptor Spank's counter. Just continuing to apply the pressure. Raptor Spank gets caught up in the Jaws. Will get launched out of there. Now it's just a 1 versus 2 for Stormross. We've seen this happen many a times. This guy so far in this game, so he's got to go big.
A lot of counters being triggered on both sides. To be completely honest, Pearl has dished out a lot of damage from just her left click alone. And we've seen Varesh and Shifu both successfully landing a lot of counters, but every now and then we do something go unanswered. But it's the timing of the counter. It's not just, oh, she gets them both. Ooh, this could be.
Oh, and sits right on him for the dive too. So
one of that dive damage. Oh! Used her bubble to push her just out of the range. She's gonna try to push him back in with a counter. She now is in actually a pretty good place. If she can wait till the end, she has another ultimate. She should probably wait until this gets smaller.
Oh yeah.
Try and grab them both. Wait till their iframes are down.
Yep, definitely.
Shove them out, but she's got to be careful. She has to make sure not to take too much
ultimate
damage.
as well. It's going to get him into Jaws right in the middle of the ultimate, trying to throw him out there. Raptor Spank still laying on the damage. Really needed to hit that silence too. Got to get those fish for the heals. Continuing to take damage. Does have some health orbs up there. Using Bubble Shield. Throwing Raptor Spank outside, but Stormross is getting hammered away by Olympian. And that will give another round of Mom Spaghetti. Man, I thought he had such a good opportunity there.
Played relatively well, but just a few misplaces and just honestly taking too much damage. You want to make sure that it gets smaller and smaller. You want to wait till the last second, but it's tough. I mean, both these characters are really good at sticking on you. I mean, Varesh especially. You know, he might have some cast times on his left and right click, but and they might be a little bit slow, but just they hit so hard. He's able to follow through with so much. And then, you know, the javelin from Shifu and the counter from both of them, they really can just stick to you like glue.
Absolutely. And that's what Olympian's done quite well thus far. It's just being all over KevFun a lot of the time, but now getting panicked away. That bubbles up great. EX pull from Olympian to bring the orb to him. And now they're getting ready to go back in. I don't know what Raptor Spank was trying to do with that counter there, to be honest, but here we go. He's just all by himself and just countered. But
he's having a little party, dude.
He's having fun. That's right.
He's hanging out.
Let the man go. Oh, KevFun getting pulled in by Olympian there. And is in a bit of a rough spot. KevFun is just continuing to get hammered away by Olympian. Panicked away. Really needs to get some heals out, though. The bubble shield was used onto KevFun, and Team Australia's got to go big in this round, or their tournament life will be over. Other side is down as well. Ultimate being used by Olympian. Very good swap, but KevFun, no, just getting hunted down. There's nothing else to get away. There was no other side.
The sacrifice.
Those shields. Sacrifice, hopefully for the better cause at least. And now Storm Ross has really got to make up for last time. Oh no, that ultimate from Olympian is just huge though. Pearl had no other way to get out of it. And that secures the win for Mom Spaghetti, taking it pretty cleanly, 5-1.
Team Australia, honestly, if you really are from Australia and you were dealing with ping this whole time, I'm going to give you props. I mean, I had no idea what you were doing with this team comp, and by all means, like, message me, tell me what you were trying to do, because it's maybe
I would
it's
love
just
to know.
Maybe it's just because I'm an actual idiot and I really can't figure it out. But
that's a possibility.
There's a good chance. But look at that. All the damage from Pearl came from her volatile water. 62% of her damage came from her volatile water. 290 damage. Paloma, her highest, her soul bolt, her M1, 150 total from her. Whereas we see Hand of Corruption. I mean, their M1's definitely being their highest peaks, but I mean, that was like 62% of her damage actually dealt with just her M1 in general.
Yeah, you can definitely pound the damage away, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. And then we even saw Paloma, she went the BattleRekt that gave her heal a little bit more. Like they didn't have enough. She wanted even more. I mean,
give me the heals.
I mean, they, you know, the Hand of Judgment definitely did help pin them down, or Corruption, apologies. The Hand of Corruption, you know, the M1 from Varesh, putting that debuff, making them heal 15% less. But I mean, you know, cool game. That was interesting. Like, cool. I'm definitely like, I didn't think I'd ever see a double support, a Paloma Pearl combo from Australia show up in a North American tournament.
Seriously.
I'm impressed.
And that's
intrigued.
Doing that comp from Australia too, confused definitely.
Doing that composition while also like with ping out the wazoo, it's got to be.
It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. And hats off to you, Team Australia, for making it all the way to the quarters, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see you. Hopefully we'll see you again. But we're going to take a quick look at a replay. It happened in round 3. It's when Pearl, poor old Pearl, getting chased down in this 2v1. She got pulled in. She tried her best. She countered. Just again, it's the timing of those counters. You want to do it when they're not expecting it. As soon as they use an ability, you want to use it before or just as they're about to, but the timing is difficult. She tries to get out of here. She's going to get just chased down. That right click, look at how far that M2 goes. And then a counter from Varesh. I guess expecting her there. I don't know, man. These counters were very interesting.
Yeah.
I missed M2.
A lot of counters hit during that match.
There's no way. No way. You can't counter that. The double ultimate coming in.
I
mean, that pretty much spelled what that game looked like. It was interesting.
Yeah, extremely interesting.
Educate me, please.
But tell me what the
what the goal was.
Yeah, what's the strat?
Good, just having fun. Honestly, that's what we want, right?
Yeah.
Have a blast. If you just did that because you want to have fun, I fully support that decision.
Even more hats off to you.
I want to see some weird comps, man. I want you guys to show up, see how far you can get with like just the funkiest things ever.
Let's get wild, man.
Like a Taya Jade, you know?
Yeah, Taya Jade L.
Yeah.
I'm
straight DPS.
Yeah. I think we can come up with some pretty wild ones. See some new meta, man. I'm down.
And if you guys like us, definitely check us out on Twitter or like us here on Twitch. But you can check us out at BattleRekt. Let us know what you think. Again, give us those sweet highlight reels, whether it be just of us flubbing our words, which never happens, or
never.
Maybe it's of just like sick gameplay.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot more to come as well. We're about to get into our second quarterfinal matchup of the evening, which is going to be Boxicles against Keysaders. And we will be
both just team mashup names.
Yeah.
I'll give them, right?
Hey.
Keysaders is Deusader and Kiwi. You can figure that one out. And then Boxicles is Physicals and Roundbox.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they all like had a little meeting. Like, let's just mash our names together. They'll never decipher the code.
yeah. They'll never find out.
Undefeatable.
And now they've made it all the way here with those beautiful names, and they will duke it out against each other in this second quarterfinal matchup. Winner moving on to the semis after once we get through all these quarterfinals. Obviously, that's how a tournament works. So we are going to be heading into game right now. It is going to be Bako Lucy on the side of Boxicles, and we have Dusader on Rukan, and Key will be on Holdor as well. So right away, already have at least the positioning in the middle. They got control of it, and slowly moving their way back in is Key Sader's orb is up, and they will be able to secure the side of Key Sader. And Dusader getting pulled in, jumped on by Bako as well, hitting the panic onto Old Door, and now Physical's trying to apply even more pressure to that Old Door. Center orb is up yet again. Chrono Flux out there, and here comes the ultimate from Old Door. Oh, Physical's able to hit his ult onto Dusader as well. He's so hurt in the middle, really needs to get those heals from his support friend that's all the way in the back here, and using the ultimate. Dusader.
Oh, the bulwark, and then smashing the wall, but he doesn't have the stun yet. It's only round one.
No, it hit the silence.
Look at how much damage he's mitigating and just dishing right back. He's still alive.
Oh, here comes the goo as well. Aldor caught right in the middle of it, finally getting himself out of there. But health advantage.
Oh, no.
Definitely in the side of Boxicles. Both of them so hurt at the moment. Oldor and Rukan. Dusader able to land right on top thanks to Kiwi. He's gonna get right on top of Physicals. That'll get the stun. Oh, the bulwark though is gonna shut down Dusader. Has to use his R to get out. Really needs to go get that health. Deadly Inject is on him. Barely dodges it. Gets the iframe to dodge that Deadly Inject, but still Bako on him like a new pair of shoes.
No.
And now it is just a 1v2 for Kiwi. And to be honest, I think this is definitely doable for him though. The ultimate from Bako is gonna take him all the way in. So much damage. Up in the top left corner of the map, and Boxicles getting the 1-0 lead.
A lot of fighting happening away from middle, but we will see Bako turn a new leaf in round two when he gets his wall slam.
Lovely stun.
He's gonna get that lovely stun whenever he gets that smash into a wall. In this map, if you look at the middle, it's just a Bako stun fest. There's just so much wall in that middle. It's perfectly around that orb he's got. He barely has to aim the thing in this map. It's literally just like a welcoming party for his shield slam.
Yeah, he's gonna have a fun time with that. So definitely be looking for him to make some pretty big impact plays here. Already is able to take Dusader into the wall, get those stuns off. Roundbox and Kiwi at the top are going at it, and Physical's jumping right back in, is able to slam Kiwi into the wall. Center orb will be up as well, and now both teams reposturing a little bit. Oh, Dusader baited that bulwark out as well as he jumped in, but it's going to take him right into the wall with the charge. Petrify is out onto Roundbox as well, so Physicals had to be careful up there. Gets back into the middle. Yeah, that center orb will be coming up very shortly.
Got the range on that right click, and just the damage it can deal is the same, but the push from Bako gets sniped perfectly from Rakan, saving that right click at the perfect time, knowing that channel. Oh, that is his ultimate! And then the ult from Uldur!
Oh, that's beautiful. Now, up top, Physicals still trying to apply the pressure to Kiwi. He's taking a bit of damage here. Ultimate out from Dusader as well. He's just hacking away at Physicals. The bulwark came out, able to stun him for a second, charged into the wall. Really needs some heals though. Dusader is able to pull in that orb. Oh, the Chrono Flux just in time. Kiwi was able to secure the orb. The goo comes out as well. Dusader out of the fight. Now it's just Kiwi in a 1v2.
Dusader got so close again to just surviving with barely any health. Either he needs to wait for Uldur to bring him up so he doesn't lose any more max health. Or, you're done, buddy. Look at that combo. The ultimate followed by the bulwark. Oh, he is just destroyed. There's nothing you can do about that. Oh,
later.
Oh, poor Uldur. Llama man.
Man, that Bako ult must have just caught him on the edge, at least from the bottom of the screen. It seemed like it barely just caught him on the edge of the ultimate, but it was enough. He got him in it, took Old Door to Pound Town, and that gives Boxicles now a 2-0 lead. But round's relatively close.
It's a relatively forgiving hitbox, his ultimate. I mean, you definitely want to get relative. I mean, you have a lot of distance to cover, and you can't change it once it's started. So you know what's happening. You hear it. You hear him screaming at you. Ah!
You're done.
Yeah. You're done.
Yep.
It's great.
You gotta watch out for it. This guy, he's got voices for days. He's got voice actor
extraordinaire.
Get him, Stunlock. Telling you. But anyway, 2-0 it is. Boxicles with the lead center orb will be coming up right now, and Physicals round box able to secure that one. So panicked away is Old Door, and Bako just continuing to get on to Dusader there at the top, trying to jump in onto Kiwi. Getting the stun charged into the wall. He has the ult as well, is able to connect with Dusader, just pounding damage onto him, and will jump on top yet again. And they've really been taking Dusader on so far in this round. Chrono Flux out, allowing them to secure that center orb. Kiwi does have his ultimate as well, that Old Door ultimate. And, getting panicked away and then charged into the wall. Dusader trying to take him out, gets the stun on to Bako. But Dusader himself getting stunned now, using his ultimate. Can't connect with any of these right clicks. Gets in-capped as well in the middle of the ultimate. Then charging away this orb, able to secure it. And now Dusader trying to apply some pressure on to Lucy. The goo comes out. Dusader in a lot of trouble. Gotta get out of there. Had nothing else to get away with. And it's yet again Kiwi in a 1v2. Seen this a few times already. Just got to get heals as much as possible. If he can take down Physicals, he actually got the stun off onto Lucy. That barrier just in time. Kiwi giving him the juke. Spacing out of Physicals' ult just in the nick of time. And now he's going to jump in yet again.
It's so satisfying watching Bako being treated just like a piece of paper.
It just
gets
blasted
back like, no, get out of here, you big oaf.
Hey, you llama man. Now, dodging him yet again. That's beautiful. Oh, the goo comes out, and he's gonna have to use his ult to dodge that. Still in it, but man, he's really gonna have to burst someone down. Now he's starting to take it. Wow, with his
50
space.
energy, 25 health. Oh, but it's not gonna be enough.
Not enough in the end.
Finally locked down. Good on Physicals to notice that as soon as Rakan ults, he has no more mobility. He can now use any of his abilities. His M1 and M2 are all he can use. One turns into a cleave, one turns into a pull. So he's able to get his EX spacebar. I believe it's called his War Stomp. He gets an in-cap as well. So he knows that he wasn't going to get away from it. You know that you can't move very fast other than walking speed. So you get that in-cap on him and just walk away patiently. This composition is interesting. Rakan and Old Door, because there's no shield, so you can't really give Rakan that confidence to just go in and take damage, right? You try and go heal. So, he did go Renew, which gives you an additional 8 heal for 3.5 seconds for every right click he lands. And, Rewind, which gives him an extra acceleration, 6% to his cooldowns. So, he's trying to support Rakan, but Rakan just loses too much max health when he goes in because he has nothing to shield temporary damage.
Yeah, he's been having quite a tough time. Great bulwark from Physicals off the right click. Oh, the Chrono Flux came out, charging right through it as Physicals continuing to just pound. Dusader has to use his Reaping Scythe to maybe get a little bit of health back. The ultimate from Kiwi is gonna bring the ult from Physicals as well. Just not finishing off Dusader there. But did a lot of damage. Nonetheless, another ult out from Kiwi as well. Gets the stun onto Lucy. But man, now these guys are separated. Dusader, who's been having so much trouble with Physicals, doesn't have his support there to try and back him up in this scenario, hanging on just by a couple of health. And Physicals barely missing his right click to finish him. And now center orb is up. Oh, they couldn't secure it either. That may spell a bit of trouble. Here comes the goo. Kiwi's got to get out of there. Clarity Potion shoving him back in. He was able to get the Petrify into Lucy. It didn't matter though. Dusader shortly finish off afterwards. And that is now 4-0 for Boxicles.
I mean, they really are just struggling. They're taking too much max hits.
We just don't mix.
The amount of shield, we talked about it before, this Bako Lucy combo, 90 potential shield on a single target between Barrier and War Shout. War Shout gives 50 to you and allies around you. Barrier just gives 50 immediately to somebody, right?
Yeah.
She didn't even build it, honestly. She didn't even bother going. She went Chaos, which goes to the panic, the lesser panic to anyone nearby and deals a little bit of area damage. She went for the higher heals with, Companion Potion, the Swift Roll, so she had more mobility. She didn't bother building Shield, which we usually see out of some Lucy's. But what I like about supports is they can have a little more versatility with their battle rights, depending on who they're up against. And since they knew, honestly, this wasn't going to be a team that was going to have a lot of shields or be putting on a whole ton of burst, she was able to not build it confidently. I mean, look at that. Bako, look at this shield. Like, literally, he's just going to tank this damage. Nothing's going to happen to him. He's still barely lost anything. He has max health. He still has potential max health and getting healed up. And he's just wailing on him, taking both.
Dusader finally getting some burst on him. Oh, the orb. Physical's easily able to secure that with a left click, and now here comes the ult, able to get Dusader's right in the middle of it, charging him yet again, getting those stuns. Just so much damage from him, and jumping right back onto Dusader. Incredible amounts of damage, and he's already been chunked down quite a bit, and he's gonna have a tough time hanging in for the rest of this round to keep his team alive in this tournament. I'm thinking it's not gonna happen. Deadly Inject finishes him off, and now it is just Kiwi 1v2. And
yet again.
Yeah, for probably the fourth
that's still the most satisfying sound in this game.
Yeah, I love it.
Something about that lantern stone smack. Get another one, please. Do one more.
Right in the face.
Before? You have 7 seconds. Stay alive.
Come on.
I just want to see. Oh, the cauldron, too.
Do it. Oh. That cauldron.
Oh, you got 2 seconds. Get him.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. He heard us.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. He finally goes down. Kiwi. Easy 5-0 sweep for Boxicles. Just completely outclassing Keysaders there. And they will book themselves a spot in the semifinals nonetheless. So congrats to them as we continue to move our way through the quarterfinals. Still got 2 more matches to come, but some good stuff so far. Not the closest of games.
No.
Boxicles, really coming out big there to get the 5-0, but as we go on, we're going to be seeing some good stuff.
But I mean, I'm liking seeing the new team comps. This is
Absolutely.
where we get to see those play out.
Yep.
I'm able to decipher what works and what doesn't work potentially, or even chat. You guys, you can see what's working, what's not working, because people are trying new comps. So seriously, we encourage it. Thank you so much for joining. You made it really far.
Yeah, we love it. And giving everybody here and at home some good entertainment.
Yeah.
Getting some BattleRekt matches in. So what more can you ask for, right? But up next, we are going to have Skywing and Drama coming up. That
D-Rama.
D-Rama. Yeah.
The capital R, nothing else capitalized. I always find that interesting.
Yeah.
D-Rama with Skulky and Enda. LOL.
Skulky and Enda. It's interesting. I believe both are support players as well, at least. I believe so. I believe both are support, so that'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what kind of comp they go for. At least they main support, but it'll be good. It'll be fun.
So while they do map picks, we'll check out a quick little replay from this last game. It was in round 2. It was just when the health pools got pretty close, we're going to see a great ultimate from Lucy. We see Rakan trying to dish that damage. They do end up securing that orb. We see Bako so low. He puts up the bulwark to protect himself from any damage, and then he gets that stun last second. We see this goo come out just in case he couldn't get that stun or that final blow. It was honestly great for good measure. He got that stun. It was a good combo because he would have just gotten out of the stun. I don't even think his Sinister Strike, actually, which was on cooldown because you notice he used it to finalize the orb. So if he would have had to have the energy, which he did now because he got the 25%, so he could have R'd out of it, potentially, had he reacted quick enough. So that potion does look quite some airtime. You hear it whistling through the sky.
Yeah. So that was one of the many plays that helped secure their victory on the way to the semifinals. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket. We can see what we have on the slate for the rest of the day. As you can see through our first 2 quarterfinals that put Mom Spaghetti and Boxicles up against each other in the first semifinal matchup. Coming up next for quarterfinals, as we were saying, Skywing and D-Rama. They will go at it, and then shortly after that, we'll have Get LO Amount up against Dream Crushers, who we saw actually win our last week's 2v2 NA tournament. So some good teams up on the slate here, moving forward in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, there were exciting matches towards the end again. Earlier in the day, if you guys are watching the EU, thanks for joining us yet again. But such exciting matches to the bitter end.
Oh, yeah.
They always fight just to the last thread till they barely can. And North America always follows up with just as exciting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, we're in the quarterfinals. We're on our 3rd quarterfinal match now, trying to see who's going to move on to the semifinals. We are now in team picks. We've said it once, we'll say it again. We trying to show it due to tournament integrity.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's looking
One
like
day
they're getting in the match right about now.
Yeah, we'll give you a little something here in just a second, and we'll get into this match. So, guys, also remember, if you do want to keep up with things BattleRekt related, you can go ahead and head onto our Twitter. You can follow us there and see all the latest stuff at BattleRekt. Follow us there. You know, get show times, all that good stuff, clips, etc., you know, all sorts of fun stuff. So you can go ahead and follow us there. And we will be heading into our quarterfinal match right now. A-Wing and Skywind are going to be running the Lucy and Rukan combo, which has been quite popular. And Enda and Skulky will be Lucy and Croak. So we'll see how this one plays out. This Lucy and Rukan combo we've seen mastered in the EU scene quite well by Project Horizon, who won the EU 2v2 tournament earlier today. They used this combo extremely well. Blanks in 2-1-3. See if Skywind and A-Wing can match that level of play a little bit. In cap from the Deceit right away onto Lucy as they try and just pound this damage. And Skulky will back out, meet up with Enda a little bit, and regroup for the time being. Going into Deceit yet again, gonna try and get the in cap onto A-Wing, was able to. Skywind getting chased down. Deadly inject in on him as well. Lucy got petrified in the middle of it, so Skulky is all by himself for the moment. Barrier will go down onto Skywind. And that center orb is up yet again, pulling it in. And now A-Wing actually has a full ultimate. The end cap out, and is going to use his, though, as the stun was out from Skulky onto A-Wing. Was able to do some pretty decent damage, at least initially, and then had to roll out of there. But now we see relatively even in the health pool. Slow play so far, not all that much damage being dealt. Center orb is going to go down, and A-Wing still hanging on to that ultimate, has it. Oh, finally actually using it now as Skulky continues to apply the pressure. A-Wing able to hit the panic and keep him off her. And he'll mount back up and try and come into the fight to help Enda out, who is all by his lonesome. And actually getting pulled right back in by Skywind, who's just hacking away with the left clicks. Petrify on to Skulky, gets cleaned off by that Clarity Potion from Enda. And Skywind also has his ultimate here.
He's being smart to wait, though, between the CC of Croak and Lucy. Probably not a good idea. You'll easily get CC through. You just become a giant target.
Yeah, and it's be really tough.
Oh, Croak.
To get it off effectively. Skulky.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and use it. Getting on to Enda, who just used the roll. Has nothing else to get away. Used the Clarity Potion. Knocked back a little bit, but still so much damage. Barrier finally is going to come out. And in an attempt to mitigate a little bit more, but D-Rama definitely in dire straits at the moment, in the health department at least. That center orb is up. Oh my goodness. This guy is going hard for it. Oh no, Skulky's gonna get back in. Couldn't get in with dash in time. The goo is gonna come out as well. Skywind tried to pull him in. Or excuse me. I tried to put Skywind in the middle of the goo, and he will get himself out of there using his R, and on the outside of the map can't heal up enough, and that will secure the first round here for Skywing.
Now what I find hilarious is that Lucy kind of counters Lucy because her Clarity Potion removes Barrier, which is like one of the strongest things Lucy has. So I find that kind of hilarious that if they time their barriers and Clarity Potions, that they would just kind of make each other both weaker immediately.
Yeah, all that
it wouldn't be Clarity Potion. So, you know, A-Wing wants to try and save it for Croak as well, right? Because you know Croak's going to go invis. He's going to try and get the end cap with the seed. He's going to try and get the stun. But if you can also do it as soon as they put a shield, you know, as soon as Barrier goes up, they're going to be confident. Like, I've got Barrier. I can shield 50 damage. They're going to walk in, and if you can Clarity Potion as soon as they walk in, they're going to be like, ah, crap.
Those Clarity Potions are really strong, man. Especially for Skywind and A-Wing. As you were saying with Skulky in there, just getting all those end caps and you know, various CCs to be able to bring your teammate back into the fight. Super important to have. And Skywind now is going to pull in Enda as they continue to pressure, and Skulky's just staying on A-Wing for the time being. Barrier is going to be used. And Deceit will go through, is able to hit the end cap come back in for the stun, just getting it right at the end. The ultimate is available for Skywind is too, able to hit that right click onto Skulky. They secured the center orb in the process, D-Rama, but still. Skywind, A-Wing, both looking to work themselves back in relatively even in the health department as well. As another orb will be coming up here. Bit of a lull in the play for the time being. Skulky went into camo, couldn't quite connect with anybody. And an ultimate is up for Skulky as well. Croak, another one of those that's really hard to hit and make effective. You can hit it, but it's really easy to avoid that damage.
Yeah, I mean, Lucy can just barrier herself or Rakan, and Rakan between his space and his R has 2 major iframes to deal with it. We're going to see an ult come out from Rakan. It's going to try and pull back in Croak.
No, petrified in the middle of it. Petrified, here he comes. Skulky hitting that ult, but the roll away from A-Wing easily avoided. Really easily avoided.
Oh no, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? He gets the stun.
Gotta hit the stun, gotta take heals from Ender. He's gonna go down just trying to dodge those toxic bolts from A-Wing in the process. Gets barrier, needs to be careful though. He's not gonna have much else to keep himself alive as we now head into sudden death, able to secure the center orb and pick up a couple of those green Skittles in the process to bring that health back up. So he's in camo. It's that stun clarity potion, cleans him off though. Coming back in, silenced immediately. Barrier is down. Skulky needs to play very cautiously.
Oh, another silence coming up.
Oh, here comes the goo out, but Rakan easily able to avoid that. Skywind right back into the middle. And, oh no, Skulky getting panicked away. Goes into the deceit, gets the end cap. Now the ultimate out from Skywind.
The stun, but he couldn't do it. He ended up walking into death.
Oh, can't connect. Finally, actually taking down Skulky, but it's just Enda. 1v2 is a Lucy, and you know how that normally turns out.
They're having a really tough time just keeping the damage on. Look at this, 72% health pools. I mean, look, Lucy almost has everything. She maybe lost like 15 off the top, 15 or 20 health off the max. They're just having a hard time sustaining and keeping that damage. You know, Croak, his stuns are great if someone can follow up with heavy damage.
Right.
And we're seeing Lethal and Gecks come and follow up, and it's great because then he can get the in cap. We see Lethal and Jack come, and then you stun them. So they're not going to be able to use any iframes to remove themselves from Lethal and Jack, especially if you land like 2 of them, because it's going to pop the first one, make that damage happen, and the second one's going to show up, and they're not going to be able to hopefully iframe away from it in time. But they're not getting the combos, so, you know, Croak's going around and getting hard CC, but to really no avail, they're not getting much damage out of it. While Rakan just, you know, gets those right clicks from a distance, he pulls you in, gets the silence, a couple of good whales, while A-Wing helps support him and still get her own lethal injections.
I think there's definitely some other champs that you can pair up Croak with, get you know, a little more damage out there, maybe not as much sustain obviously as having the Lucy, but definitely more damage that comes more consistently for sure. But right now Skywind able to pull Skulky back in, who hit the cap onto A-Wing, and now he's got his ultimate. Skywind just waiting for the perfect time to use it. Now is the time, he says. Skulky, though, gets panicked away. Skywind panicked away right in the middle of the ult by Enda. Oh, able to secure the orb just barely. Enda was, and now Skulky going back in with that barrier goes Deceit. And actually, Petrified was A-Wing in the back there. Skywind taking a good bit of damage. They're landed on him. Now ultimate is going to be up for Skulky, but again, really tough to use. He is going to get it off. They got the Petrify as well. Deadly injects are on him. And now making it work a little bit. At least sometimes using those EX abilities with Croak can be a lot more valuable than the ult, but here comes Skywind.
Perfect in cap, and then the stun, wasting his entire ult.
Oh, shut down so easily. One of the things we've harped on, so can be very difficult to use that Rakan ultimate, but here we go. Skulky just giving him the jukes, and they got that Petrify off onto his support as well, hitting the Venom this time. Can he dodge it? No! He had nothing to get away, and now that spells trouble for A-Wing in a 1v2, and that should spell the end. And finally get Diorama on the board, now making it a 2-1 game.
That actually worked really well. They just kept on Rakan, dealing out that damage. You know, Lucy, yeah, you could maybe pin her down, but then Rakan's going to be left to his own devices. You see in round 3, actually went Gorge as a battle right, which we didn't see a lot from Rakan's previously. They generally went the claw route. is what we
Yeah.
tend to see
Right,
from the
right.
Rakan's competitor. But he went Gorge instead, so his consume, its cooldown's reduced by 1 second, and for every attack he consumes, for the next 3 attacks, it gets reduced by 1.5, 1, and 0.5 seconds, respectively.
That's interesting. You really do not see many that choose that
Especially
BattleRekt.
because I didn't see him taking a whole lot of damage. He's not really going to be getting wailed on by more than 1 attack. I mean, maybe if we see a Croak spamming his M1, but generally once he gets that first one, he's probably not going to do it again until Consume is down. But it is, that's still 2.5 seconds off your cooldown, even if it gets hit just once, plus because you have the automatic 1 second.
It's been working relatively well for him thus far, though, so can't knock it for sure, but he's going to have to roll away. Hits the panic on the Skulky. That center orb is up. Now they're finally going to go and contest for it. And just poking back and forth. Skulky looking for his opening as well to get in onto A-Wing. Gets the barrier in the middle, but panicked away by A-Wing yet again as he continues to lay this pressure. He's got a lot of deadly inject on him here. He's got to be careful, taking so much damage. Now the ultimate is going to come out from Skywind as well, looking to lay it on even harder.
He's getting pushed
On
out.
the Skulky barrier is going to go down to try and mitigate some of that. That deadly inject is just staying all over Skulky, who's been having a tough time in this round. Ooh, barely able to get the end cap on to Lucy, who is also taking quite a bit as Enda just sits back there and fires away. Deadly inject, so hurt A-Wing. He's gonna get some heals. He has nothing. Wow, the burst out from Skulky and Enda was pretty huge there between the deadly injects, getting all that CC and just left clicks. Well done, taking A-Wing out of the fight. So now it's Skywind 1v2 as we're just about to head into our sudden death. The ultimate from Skywind is just gonna hack away at Skulky with those left clicks, dealing a solid amount of damage, just staying on him. And into Seat, beautiful consume there to be able to shut that out. He is blinded as well. He's gotta get back in, finish off Skulky if he can, but the sustain is just too strong. Both of them hammering away. Should go down. Indeed he does. We got a tied game now at 2-2.
Still almost able to dish out that damage. We saw, I honestly thought Skulky was going to go down. He went to go Deceit in, and he got Clarity Potion. It was a really good prediction from Lucy. We see A-Wing, he got the prediction on Clarity Potion, and once that Deceit was down, he'd actually already used all of his mobility, and that's when we just saw him getting tanked, right? But then as soon as everything came back up, they just left Rakan to his devices, and they just went down on Lucy. It was like, I think it was 3 lethal injects in a row, plus a Deceit, plus a Camouflage. So it was an in-cap, plus a stun, plus a... It was just crazy damage, and they were able to bring it down to a 2v1, which even if they have a huge, significant health pool advantage, a 2v1 is so hard to deal with.
Yeah, it's definitely not a situation you want to get yourself into. You can, no matter who you are, but right now, barrier is going to go on to Skywind, who's really laying into Enda, taking so much damage, tried to roll away. They just chunked at her very quickly there. A matter of seconds, and now orb is going to get secured by Skywing, and it's Skulky that's got to go big in the 1v2, and I don't know if he can do enough burst on his own here to be able to secure this. Takes the right click. Skywing, he knows it's over. He'll just let it happen. Now 3-2 for Skywing.
A death in glory.
Yep. Hey, respect.
Understanding. Let's get to the next round. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
They bursted down my support. Can't live without her.
Yeah, can't live. He's a sad man. Sad man, and now they'll be down around, but still very much in it. Enda and Skulky. So we head into our 6th round of this match. This best-of-1 map in our quarterfinals. And Skywind A-Wing stuck back up here in this left-hand corner. Skulky got panicked away. They're going to try and really lay it onto Enda yet again, which they were able to do last round, and hitting the silence. Oh, the double petrify as well. That's an easy secure on the orb. Panicked away was Enda, so Skulky in all by himself. Didn't get a barrier going into Deceit, getting the end cap onto Rakan, and now trying to apply some pressure to A-Wing. At the moment, here comes the ultimate, though, from Skywind. The barrier is going to keep Enda alive a little bit longer, getting the end cap as well. Stun onto A-Wing. And now really starting to get those deadly injects out to A-Wing, and panicked away is Skulky, so they're going to have to regroup here. Enda Gotta be careful, takes the right click, and Skulky into CET got silenced and totally shut down on that attempt. But trying to come back in now. And these guys are just swinging away at left clicks and letting their Lucy's sit in the back and letting their Lucy sit in the back, give them barriers, and throw those heals all over them. And got to try and meet back up. Another ultimate from Skywind as he gets stunned in the middle of it. Hauled out from Skulky as well, is going to connect, does the damage as well onto Skywind and the goo as well. A-Wing can't get himself out of there. He's just trying to run away. So much damage was left onto him though. The barrier is out, but Skulky's got his number. He's trying to hunt him down. They're going to meet up. Make sure they grab that orb first.
You know, smart, definitely getting a little bit of that max health back, a little bit of that current health, plus some energy, help build some lethal injects up for Enda, giving Skulky a few more deceits. Try and control the field. They do a good job of just, you know, getting that in cap on Rakan, leaving him alone, then just trying to pin down that Lucy. If they can finish her off, it might give them this round.
Ooh, Petrify onto Enda. Is able to connect with the right click as well. Skulky still trying to take A-Wing out of the fight if he can. Here comes the goo as well. Is going to do quite a bit of damage. Skywind actually pulling A-Wing, I believe that was, all the way back to get him into the fight, get those heals back up again. The end cap though, they're going to try and really lay it in to A-Wing now, who's so hurt, really needs to get those heals back up, and barrier is going to go down as well. Once this is out, A-Wing might be in a lot of trouble. And Skulky actually outside of the map taking quite a bit of damage from that, but times are getting tight right now as this arena just gets smaller and smaller. Both barriers on both teams are going to be down. Ult is up. Oh, gets panicked right in the middle of it now. If he can hack away, finish off Skulky, he's got a chance. Now a 1v1, barriers down from Enda as well, just taking so much burst damage. There it is, Skywind able to secure it, giving his team match point now at a 4-2 lead, that is.
We've talked about it before, the damage he can put out is phenomenal, especially with his ultimate. A potential 140 damage just swiping on a single target, and even more if you were to do multiple targets restored to enemy. I think he dealt like 90 damage there. Yeah, between cleaving them both and just hunting down that poor Croak.
Yeah, when the arena's getting small like that too,
his cleave is like a third of the arena.
Yeah, he's just all over you, just smacking away. So, you know, if you don't have anything to see him down, especially in that instance, it's trouble for sure. Oh, panicked in the middle of his deceit. Skulky by A-Wing. And Skywind getting petrified, no harm done though. Both teams refueling, getting healed back up. Silenced as soon as he comes in, gets the barrier, stunned. Now trying to refocus onto A-Wing as Skywind up top is fighting with Enda. And that orb will be coming up here in just a second, so Skulky may want to work his way back into the middle if possible. And here comes the ult from Skywind as well. Gets shut down right in the middle of it though by Skulky, and again the Petrify is out. And those deadly injects try and burst a bit of damage onto the Croak. A lot of CC. Here comes the goo as well. A-Wing caught in the middle of it, gets that swift roll away though, just in time to avoid most of the damage. Really only took the initial burst off of it. That orb is up as well, but neither team concerned about it, at least for the time being, is pulling it back in after the panic. Skywind just laying it on, and you do have Enda up top there trying to secure that orb, but the orb secure is really tough for Lucy all by herself, and Skywind swoops in and is able to get it. So times are slowing down. In-capped right in the middle every time, man. It's so
and then
tough for him.
petrified after the in-cap got broken. They made a mistake and made up for it. He's going to try and deal damage and out of this out, but he has so much health. He's barely been touched. His max is still just sitting staring at him.
Yeah, both teams have, I mean, a decent amount of health for the point we are in the round now. Finally going into sudden death, so things will get a little saucy here in a minute. Yeah, it's gonna get interesting.
Cramped.
And now A-Wing has got to go and try and meet up with Skywind. He was petrified there for a moment, and Enda actually is getting quite low on health. Needs to be careful. Oh my goodness, connecting with the right click as well. Gotta be careful. That deadly inject just missed killing him, and the goo comes out as well, but couldn't keep anybody inside of it. Now it is just Skulky 1v2, gets petrified, and they're going to get ready to try and burst him as soon as he comes out. Has a little bit of energy, a little bit of health there at the top, but that's all he's going to have to his name. Goes into Deceit, gets the end cap. At least once, but they are in a lot of trouble here. Tournament life on the line. Skulky's got to go huge. Gets panicked outside of the arena, though. Once again, he knows. Well, he stopped for a moment. Decided to jump back in. He's going to get his ult off.
Ultimate ready.
Ultimately killed by his own ultimate going outside of the arena. That is a victory for Skywing, our finalists from last week's 2v2 tournament.
Yeah, they made it far, and I assume they're going to make it again.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah.
Doing well. You know, I think the team comp struggled a little bit. We see Kurok again. He's getting really good hard CC, but his sustained damage didn't seem to be as much. He has a really high DPS in the scheme of things as far as his M1 goes. His M1 has a, if I'm correct, which I should be, has a 32 damage per second. But if he has it on Toxic Blaze and he has a Toxin and does the bonus damage, it's 40 damage a second. So if he's able to wail on you, he can really dish out, which is why you see him get this. He'll do the end cap, and then maybe like Lucy will break the end cap with a lethal inject, and then he'll get a stun right off, and then he'll just wail on you Toxic Blades. Great combo. We see him pull it off with a lot of other kind of compositions, and we saw them burst down that Lucy that one time.
Yeah.
My God, I think it was like 3 lethal injections she was able to pump into her.
Yeah, and it's
that's brutal.
yeah, definitely brutal. I mean, I feel like that comp has the potential to work. It's just, I don't know. It's tough to execute. I feel they did it a couple times, you know, as we saw, and it did work. But I feel to do it continuously is really tough to execute with the Lucy involved in there. Just in general, combining with Croak can be quite difficult.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's Croak, Jade, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Hitting those combos.
And Rakan just has such a presence, you know, between his consume and his silence and his pull, as opposed to Croak, who's more like kind of in the shadows doing his thing.
Right.
He can dish out the damage and help get the combos, but Rakan's presence just seemed to be a little bit too much to prove by that. But we are going to check out a quick replay from that. Round 6, it was the 2v1 Rakan ult in this overtime. You know, he had the health pool advantage, but if they were able to potentially, if there was one good panic, would have destroyed him. There was no more CC after they did so much on this to try and take out poor Lucy. Lucy's going to go down here, but there's no more CC for this ulted Rakan. He's going to get that pull in that first cleave. Boom, both of them. Taking 20 damage, then he goes for the Kurok, pushes him outside, and deals enough damage to kill him. And now poor Lucy, she puts up that barrier to try and save it, but each one pushing her further and further into the darkness. She uses the Clarity Potion to push him, but just not enough. He gets the Sinister Strike, and she gets finished off incredibly.
And great ult, and very lucky that no one had any CC to shut him down there in the end during that ultimate.
I mean, a CC in a great panic would have just sent him right into his own death, right? He would have been able to maybe use some iframes to get back in, but he would have used all of his mobility just to not die. And then from there, they would have just end-cap stun. They would have just been able to do all the combos they need. And then lethal inject for days. So it really, I mean, that's really all it takes is one hard CC being off of cooldown, and you're just going to let that Rakan ult.
Yeah,
so while it does deal crazy damage, it is relatively counterable. I mean, any CC at all really just wastes most of it.
Yeah, so guys, also, if you want to get involved, you want to play in some of these tournaments, have a little bit of fun, go ahead and head over to BattleRekt.com. Follow the links there. It'll take you to the GGN website where you can sign up and play in our various tournaments that we have, the 2s, the 3s, everything in between. There's nothing else in between, but hey, 2s and 3s. 3s coming up this Friday. Get yourself involved. It's a lot of fun. So we'll be seeing you there as well this Friday on the cast. So.
I love watching the difference between 2s and 3s, even just between BattleRekt builds and just the pace of the game. I mean, it needs to be quick because one mishap and the burst damage gets incredible at that point, right?
Yeah.
Your stun lock gets significantly longer than your ability to just pin somebody down and dish out in crazy amount of damage. You lose max health so much quicker, right? So you can't sustain as long because one burst from 3 people really, no matter what, it's probably going to take from your max, no matter who your comp is. And then with 2s, you might be able to sustain maybe 10 max damage and then, heal back up. We're going to get into our last match, our last quarterfinals match, I should say.
Yes, the last quarterfinals. We are heading into game right now, and the winner of this booking themselves a spot in the semis to face off against Skywing, and we will then be left with our top 4 for the NA 2v2 tournament. So still a lot of BattleRekt to come for sure, but let's take a look at these team comps. The Taya Lucy, as And then we have the Jumong Uldor.
We saw Dream Crushers with last time, and they crushed it. They honestly did. They played so well. That, you know, incredible Jumong play, so much damage coming out of him. But I love watching Taya's, honestly. And Elo's already got him out, so maybe he's going to be reckless, right? Like, he's already got himself his goal. He's there. Yeah. So hopefully he'll get reckless, just go crazy, get those W's.
Going for that dub. Maybe he'll get himself a little bit of money here too. And I believe we saw this Taya Lucy comp in the EU earlier today as well, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't work out all that well, but we did at least see them try it. So maybe it'll work here. Maybe Elo's gonna come up big on the Taya, but so far, Lucy getting pounded down here. Verse is going to get those Reina arrows. Barrier is going to have to go out and root it in the process. She does have the goo ready and available.
Oh, using the orb to pin into Lucy.
Oh, now they're both really hurt here at the moment. Barrier is going to go down yet again.
Oh, here we go. He has no more. Oh, but Taya goes down.
Going to use that goo, but
no one to pull him back in.
Yeah.
Could have potentially used her gust. Try and get him back in there, but it's just a little bit too late. Gonna go down. 67% health pool.
Yeah,
honestly, I think we're just feeling it out, you know? I've got faith in Elo.
Yeah.
Elo's got a mountain. He also wants some more money.
Yeah, give the man some time. He can do this. But that Taya can be, I don't know, super tough to use. We saw it earlier today. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we did anyway. And it's difficult, man, in twos, especially with a Lucy on your side too. It can be difficult, but I have faith in Elo. Teams must be running it for a reason, must be able to work. So I definitely have faith. So now 1-0 lead for Dream Crushers, who were our champions last week. They did crush some dreams for sure. They went a map down and were able to bring themselves back and take the win. So let's see here into round 2 right away. Some pretty good burst. I mean, Elo just having difficulties just being sustained, really, just continuously.
Oh, no, this is gonna be it.
Taking left clicks from a verse. Man, they are just getting hammered right now. Elo is gonna go down, gets the barrier. Last second Reina arrows there, and might even finish him off, just barely staying alive. Lucy super hurt in there as well. They both got to get back to the middle. Really need the center orb if they can get it, though. Going down is Vorme, and it's just Elo left 1v2, and we will see you later. 2-0 now for Dream Crushers.
It's looking like this team comp is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Take a look what Averse does. He puts that bear trap down. Even if he knows it's not going to trigger, he knows it forces Taya back, and he puts Reina arrows down on top of her. So now she's forced in this weird position. Technically, her closest way out of the Reina arrows was to move forward, but then she would have gotten rooted in the bear trap. So then she has to walk through it so much more, and the amount of damage it can put out per second. I mean, we're looking at the Reina arrows does 35 damage over 2.5 seconds. Right, so we're talking over 10 damage a second. So even if she's in it for 1.5 seconds, we're talking 15 damage. Plus he's still, using his M1, trying to get those auto attacks in.
That's really a lot of the time here. Verse has just been sitting there hammering away at Taya with a lot of those M1s. And look at this right now. Stro is just, literally just left clicks onto Elo and able to easily just deal damage. And Elo is really not able to contest with it at all, and they're just going to go and hunt Elo down now. There's nothing else that he's going to be able to do. The focus fire is so real, and the heals aren't going to be enough to out-sustain it, and it's going down yet again, and Vorme in the 1v2 also getting bursted down, just going to end him quite quickly. And Dream Crushers are
back
just
somersault. Nice,
nice
backspring, Lucy.
10 out of 10.
Nice death backspring. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
I mean, this comp in general is going to be tough. I mean, almost no mobility from the both of them. Taya, she needs energy to use her tornado. That's one of her best ones. She does have her Wind Striker Q, which pushes people away from her, but you're really not going to find a verse that close to really ever do that. He has his haste, right? Which he could do, but it seems like a verse is doing a pretty good job of tracing that. Plus, she still has to, deal with her M1s, which slow her down a bit. Her movement doesn't exactly, it's not as fast when she has her haste on.
Yeah.
And then, with Lucy only with her roll, they're able to get pinned down a little bit easier. than you normally see.
Yeah, and Ella's really just can't get any damage out on the board there. So much CC on him right now. Gets in cap now in haste, trying to land those boomerangs. But man, Averse just literally walking forward and continuously pressing M1.
I mean, his positioning too. I mean, he knew where X boomerang was going to land, so he kept himself right in that perfect spot. So she would have had to aim a little bit to the right or the left to hit him with one on the outside. But she wants that peak damage. As you said, she's struggling a bit to take damage, so she wants to deal more. She's going to get rooted twice over. Oh, Averse trying to get cocky with the 360s. Oh, but Taya still goes down.
Oh man, poor May left all alone again and sad. And uses barrier, was able to at least get a petrified, but ended quickly after that. Now 4-0. Definitely one of the faster games I think we have seen so far here. They are just absolutely rolling with it. Now they got themselves a match point.
I mean, God, I can't imagine it's going to go another way.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this Taya in with Lucy. It's just seen it twice now, and it really hasn't seemed to be all that effective.
It's difficult. I mean, I suppose, you could do some mechanical outplays, but the way you'd have to play against a team like this is you have to hope they don't push forward, and that's exactly what Stro and Averse do. They push immediately. They start using their mobility. I mean, look at this. Stro just already trying to dish out as much damage as possible, barely missing any of his auto attacks, which just deal incredible damage once you get that Sands of Time going off. And we already know how much damage Jamong can do.
Yeah, he can really dish it out as well. Both these guys, as I was saying, just really just walk forward and press M1. Here comes the goo. Get him the out. Stro caught right in the middle of it. A lot of damage is going to be done to him. Averse going to whiff on his ultimate, but Stro actually going down now. So an opportunity maybe for Get LO Mount to get back into this game, get around on the board and save it at match point. Potentially. We'll see if Averse, though, can continue to crush some dreams in the process. He definitely has the opportunity to do so, going in material to avoid that boomerang damage. Borame getting caught up into the tornado thanks to teammate, and there's the goo. The good old goo. And there we go. Get LO Mount getting around on the board as well. Still 4-1 though, Dream Crushers.
I mean, gotta pin down, get those damage. We know what Taya can do. If she can build up to her ultimate, she really could potentially turn it around. Even if they take a little bit of extra health pool hits early on in the match, she can build up to her ultimate. I mean, she can do a lot. Again, the CC we see from Uldur and Jamong, they're not exactly the easiest to land. So hopefully she'll be able to keep her distance and just lay on those M1s and really put it to them. Lucy to make sure to heal her up, keep her protected until then. Oh, but we're going to see some serious damage.
Oh, Elo is in a lot of trouble up top there. Stro is just hammering away, gets the barrier finally. Tornado as well, gets spit out on the other side, grabs some of those health orbs, but still, oh, here comes the ult from Averse doing all those crazy spins. Oh no, Elo very close to going down. Really needs some heals. Give him some heals.
Oh no.
Oh no, Sands of Time.
Sands of Time's gonna take him. No. Oh, he falls to the Sands of Time.
Oh,
and now, that was like every ability possible.
Are you throwing up?
A little bit. That was disgusting. Between the root, the rain of arrows, and the shift M1, the EX M1, that was just a disgusting amount of just garbage happening all at once.
Oh,
and then I think a bubble of sand showed up out of nowhere just for no reason.
Yeah, whatever. A bubble of sand. That's old
a bubble of sand.
He's a weird guy. I don't ask questions sometimes. Oh goodness, that's lovely. Well, there you go. Dream Crushers heading on into the semifinals in a pretty easy 5-1 game. They were our last week's champions too, so we'll see maybe if they can make it into the finals yet again.
Elo got him out.
Elo got him out. Congrats, Elo.
Goal
We're happy
acquired.
for you. Yeah.
Thank you for joining, having fun with us, honestly. You got your mount. You made it pretty far.
Yeah.
I hope to see you a little further next time.
Exactly.
You and the Aussies. I want you guys in the finals next week.
Oh, yeah. Crush all these guys.
Crush all these noobs.
I know you can do it. Yeah, all these noobs. Well, anyway, guys, I know we do have a replay, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that. What do we have here?
It's going to be in round 3. This is when Taya and Lucy, just too much damage. We see that first base, he gets out of that, uses his M1. Look at that, just back and forth, too much damage on this Taya. She's trying to get away. She actually does a really good job of sustaining some damage, but eventually with no more mobility, she couldn't do enough. And now we're just going to see them do everything they can. We're going to get the root on Lucy. And now nothing she can do. She lethal injects herself. Secret's Mark, Rain of Arrows, in cap. She rolls away. I think she actually was able to iframe her own lethal inject. She tries to potion herself, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, it's.
And then we see another 720, 360, 4048 spin.
He's trying to beat. He's trying to beat our Jumong from the EU.
Yeah,
tournament
he set world
earlier.
records. We have a replay of that one.
Yeah, it was like
Show us
a
what
five
you
whatever.
got,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, it's a competition now between all these Jumong players. We're gonna see who can pull off the biggest one. But let's. We're gonna be getting into our semifinals here very, very shortly. We'll be going in, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket and see what we have on the slate coming up for our semifinals games. First off, we will have Mom Spaghetti and Boxicles going at it. Afterwards, will be Skywing and Dream Crushers, which should be just a great game, barn burner of a game, as they say. And you know, we'll be getting into
As
this.
they say it what?
Yeah.
Where do
Does
they
anybody
say barn burner?
Do people say that? I
don't
think
know.
so.
Do they?
I've heard it.
If anyone knows the origin of barn burner, please copy
Yeah.
and pasta that into chat. I
Yeah.
want to know the origin of the phrase, it'll be a real barn burner.
It'll be a barn burner, man. I tell you.
I tell you.
Folks. Well, yeah, those will be coming up here very, very shortly. And also, remember, if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can do that at BattleRekt on Twitter. I almost said at BattleRekt.com for Twitter. Yeah,
I mean,
caught
they would have
myself.
figured it out.
Yeah.
Twitter would have corrected them.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
did you mean
Yeah, the
BattleRekt?
thing and the you know, it's what we do. But anyway, so you could go ahead and do that. Follow us there and keep up to date with all the latest BattleRekt stuff, watch clips, etc., etc. But now that we've gotten through the quarterfinals, we are going to go ahead, just take a short break, about 5 minutes or so. We'll be back, bring you the semifinals. Should have some excellent games. Don't go anywhere. BattleRekt will be right with you in just a few minutes.
Whirling blade.
Thunderstrike.
Special delivery.
Take this. Try this.
You're done.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome back, folks. We are about to get into our semifinal games here very, very shortly. My name is Gecks. This is FindableCarpet, the man with the luscious beard, and we'll be bringing you guys some good games here coming up. Carpet, how we doing so far?
We're doing pretty good. A couple of staggering losses, but I think everyone had some fun. It definitely seemed to be some high. What's what I'm looking for? High spirits.
High spirits.
I think it was having a good time.
Jolly old
One
time.
guy, I mean, they named their team after just getting the mount. They made it that far. They got their mount. Team from Australia coming in just to hang out.
Yeah, which is great.
Show with us. They get to compete. I mean, that's what I want, you know?
Yeah, it's fun for everybody. So let's go ahead, before we get into our semifinal games, let's take a look at the bracket, see what we have coming up for you guys. So first, it will be Mom Spaghetti against Boxicles in our first semifinal match, and then Skywing versus Dream Crushers, which is a rematch of our finals from last week. Should be excellent battle right to come throughout the rest of the tournament here. So we will be going live with Mom Spaghetti and Boxicles here very shortly. And if we take a look at rosters anyway, you got Raptor Spank and Olympion, and then Physicals and Roundbox.
And remember, whatever team moves ahead today, or not today, this round, eligible to win money. We have some prizes we're giving out today. First place going on with $200. Second place with $100, and the top 8 all going on with a mount and LO. Congrats, LO. You got that mount.
Got that mount. So happy for you.
We all feel it.
Happy.
We can feel it in the bottom of our hearts.
Our hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy for you, buddy.
We are very happy for you. So you got your mount, and you guys can do that as well. You can get your own mount if you come and compete in these tournaments. Make it into the top 8. And if you want to compete, you can do that by going to BattleRekt.com. You can go and sign up and all that fun stuff. Take you to the GGN website, get yourself in here, make a cool name, make it to the broadcast. We can, yell at you and, get yourself some cool clips, whatever you want to do. It's a lot of fun for all of us. So definitely go ahead and sign up if you're feeling confident, and even if you're not.
You got real low key and sensual there. I thought you were slowly seducing our entire audience.
Come.
If you'd like to
join.
sign up for BattleRekt, please go to our website.
Please.
At BattleRekt.com.
Yeah, we'll do an advertisement like that. We'll just be very, normally we're loud.
Oh yeah, we want you
know.
guys to feel calm and soothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I do scream too much.
So
I feel it in my throat every day.
Yeah.
Honestly. Not even just when I cast. It's every day by the end of the day, I'm like, wow, I should just stop yelling all day. It's kind of
would
embarrassing.
probably help, but
Yeah.
you're really building up the strength.
Yeah, you gotta stretch them vocal cords,
Vocal cords are flexing.
You just gotta every now and then just let out a good old ah!
Yeah, just a little scream. It's fine. But here we go. We are headed into our first semifinal game. Raptor Spank, beautiful name, my man. He's going to be playing Jumong Olympian on Croak. And we'll have Physicals on that Baco Roundbox on Lucy. Same composition for those two. It's from earlier in the tournament. And right now, so far, Physicals just bullying Raptor Spank at the moment. Ooh, missing a charge. Goes in material, looking to get this in cap. Oh, missing those M1s though. Meanwhile, Olympian all over Roundbox in the middle is able to get the stun at least onto Baco. And so far, not a whole lot actually. Olympian's taking quite a bit of damage. Gotta be careful. Gets one off, but that Clarity Potion prediction, very well done by Roundbox, able to rinse himself off. Here comes the ult. Does hit Lucy. Oh, the damage connects as well. Roundbox couldn't quite avoid it in time, and he is a bit hurt himself as Olympian wants to finish the kill if he can. Getting out. Now getting the end cap and stun on the Physicals, and Roundbox.
Oh, here comes the rain of arrows, shielded away by Baco's war shout.
Now Center Orb's back up, neither team concerned about it at the moment, and that stun, in-cap stun onto Roundbox yet again. Finally finishing off the orb, and now Croak's got that ult yet again, is going to use it onto Roundbox, but he rolls out of it that time, and actually, Jumong really hurt Raptor Spank, goes down Olympian right afterwards. They're both tremendously hurt, and Boxicles is going to take a 1-0 lead.
The 1-2 punch, that was the round to win before Baco gets his wall stun. Now it's about to be just a Bako bludgeoning.
Yeah, it's go
Brigade.
time. But yes, yeah, I love the alliteration. It's
That's what I struggled for in the third word. You heard it. You heard the
What?
struggle. It was so real. He does go wall slam, very expectedly. You see Lucy going potency and companion potion, trying to get those nice heals on her buddy, trying to keep that Bako as Bako-y as possible.
Yep, just let him get in there, give him those extra heals as he's just swinging away and hacking at people, charging them into walls, getting stuns, what have you. Definitely nice to have that extra support hitting Olympian while he was in camouflage with the panic. I'm gonna jump back in, just able to secure that center run. Gets the stun and gonna go bulwark, gets another stun off onto Olympian here, and yet another one off the charge into the wall. Olympian really hurt now, needs some sort of heals, get some toxic muck on him or whatever he can. He's gotta get some heals back. Now he's gonna go Deceit, trying to go in, gets the end cap.
Misses the stun on Lucy.
Oh, sad man. That is sad boys and
Oh,
physicals.
there's another stun.
And able to secure the center orb in the process. And now,
One shot will do.
one shot will
But-
do.
he just gets out, but not from that one. Jamon getting slammed against the wall, and Croak jumping into a toxic bolt. Going down in round 2. It's only going to get harder from here. Those stuns are just going to keep pouring out of Bako. And his silly shield.
Yeah, they,
It's got that cool green flaming eyeball one, though. I think it's pretty brutal looking.
it is brutal looking, man. You got Baka's a scary guy. Would not mess with. Especially
Yeah,
since
man.
I'm small.
It's kind of a pansy to me.
Oh, yeah?
Look at him, he's tiny.
Hell, go fight him. Go fight him. I like to see the beard. The beard though. The beard gives you bonus points.
I mean, yeah, but I'm I know. From the neck
Baka's-
down, I'm like a
Baka's
hairless
got
pygmy.
well, I mean, but no one knows about that. I mean, at least you got the beard on the face, right? So now you just told everyone the secret's out. Secret's out. Game over. Here we go. 2-0 for Boxicles, and Olympian already just getting hammered by the left clicks of Physical. And right, going in for the Deceit bulwark. Perfect timing from Physicals yet again. He's done it many times. Getting the stun into the ultimate. Olympian so hurt, tries to get the jump on him, saved that second jump. Olympian did to dodge.
Oh, just getting out. He gets panicked actually away from the wall slam. Olympian, the burst damage he took from Physicals. Oh, and he gets
Yet
that stun
another
last
stun.
second.
Olympian's gotta get out. Gotta get out of there. Oh, goes camo.
Not.
Jumps right on top of him. Charging it yet
no.
again. And Raptor Spank is about to get spanked himself here as Physicals charges in for him, and there it is. That will secure a 3-0 lead for these guys, just rolling so far.
They are rolling with these punches. Physicals and Roundbox doing a fantastic job. The builds you're going to see out of them right now are probably the builds you'll see out of them for the remainder of this tournament. War Shout giving us War Axe and Blood Axe increased attack speed by 33%, as well as movement speed by 33%. So it gives him a little bit of a speed boost, so he's able to try and chase you down, get those wall slams, get that ultimate combo that we see him do. And then once he gets his M2 charged up, he slams you while stuns you, and then just point blank smashes his Blood Axe just straight into your jugular. And there's nothing you can do but bleed out on the floor and die.
That is a very grim picture of what happens when Bako comes for you.
That's what it must feel like.
Incredibly accurate, though. It's got to feel like that. And already Raptor Spank is getting hunted down. Oh, it's going to go down. He had nothing else to get away. Physical's just taking him to town up there. And it's Olympian yet again. Here comes the stun into the ultimate classic from Bako. And now he is going to be put into the sad zone in just a second.
Into the sad zone.
Right into the sad zone, is able to get one ultimate off, but still finally getting finished off by the charge of Physicals. So 4-0 here. It is match point and a possibility of booking themselves spot in the finals. I would bet money on it.
I mean, you can see honestly, some really good stuff coming out of a Croakjamon combo. I mean, if you can get the Deceit stun combo with a rain of arrows plus a bunch of EXM1s from Jamong, I mean, that would dish out a dumb amount of damage. I mean, Seeker's arrow alone, 8 3 times over, especially if you're stunned, it's definitely going to hit all of them. Plus the rain of arrows dealing another 35 damage for 2.5 seconds. I think if you get that combo off, you could easily dish out all that damage. There's just a fact of Bako is too much of a presence right now. There's just not enough open space for them to try and stay away. But now they're going to try and get some follow-ups on Bako. All the shields are down.
Had a lot of good CC on him. Olympian is in deep right now, and Raptor Spank got panicked away, now trying to ride his trusty steed back in. The center orbs up, and Olympian does have his ultimate at the moment. Oh, here comes Y'all, catching Raptor Spank just barely, then stunning him yet again into the wall. He's so hurt right now. God, I gotta get out of there. Jump isn't gonna connect from Bako, but the Bulwark will stun Olympian, and there goes Raptor Spank. And now it's Olympian 1v2. And yet again, maybe.
Oh, Bulwarked.
Oh, here comes the ult. This might be the kicker. Gets the stun into the ult. You are done, my friend. Look out. Look out. So that will finish it off. Boxicles rolling through over Mom Spaghetti, which makes me a little sad.
I want to see Mom Spaghetti take it. I want to see everybody make it to the finals. Can we have an 8-person finals?
You're just too nice.
4 teams v 4 teams. It's like an 8v8. All you know, this last man standing gets like $1,000.
That would be.
I'll put up my own cash.
To see.
Let's do this.
All right. Yay, make it happen. I'm sure everybody would love to see it. I'm sure chat will hold you to that.
Oh, I know they will. Someone just clipped it, and they're gonna get mad if I don't actually do it, and I'm screwed out of $1,000.
Yep. Well, have fun with that, bud. So, there you go. They booked themselves a spot in the finals. We do have a second semifinal coming up here shortly, but first we got ourselves a bit of a replay carpet. What are we going to be checking out?
We are going to be looking at a round 3 of that. We see the Bako just barely getting a max range wall bang here on Croak. He's going to get this right click, and then check this. He's just gonna hop. He's gonna get a good old blind hop. Boom. Boom. Gets him. He tried it. It wasn't horrendously blind, but it did get him while he was cloaked. And then from there, it's just nothing. Jamon got panicked. Yeah, honestly, I feel like if in that situation when Jamon gets panicked, I think he's like, oh God, yes, I want to run away from this. He just wants to keep going.
Yeah, that map is pretty brutal for him too. A lot of walls for that Bako to work with. You know, just slamming them constantly.
Bako bludgeoning brigade, I'm telling you.
Yeah, the Bako bludgeoning brigade.
That's what that map is for him, pretty much. Just a wall bang after wall bang.
Yeah, all day long, and it's gonna make some people pretty sad. A lot of stuns and
sad days.
Sad days. Sad days. Sad zone. All sorts of it. But we are heading into the second semifinal in a moment here. A rematch of our finals from last week as well, which you know, I'm thinking this so far is definitely going to be the game of the tournament if I had to take a guess, because we saw a really close one from them last week as well. Of course, we have Skywing against. The name is totally escaping.
I almost want to force you into
I don't know why it's escaping me out of nowhere. I just looked at it.
Yeah, I got you.
This guy had Dream Crushers.
Oh no, the Dream Crushers.
So dumb. I don't know how I could do this. But,
why are we here?
Yeah, get me out of here, please. Yeah, so Skywind, hey Crushers. Oh.
Skywing and Dream Crushers. You know what? Just it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I gotta go take a nap
now.
Yeah, you got this next game.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're pretty much just waiting for them to get this map, or they got the map bands. They're now picking their champions. We'll see. We'll probably, I'm assuming, get the same comps we've been seeing out of them. Clearly, it's their strong picks. We saw them out of last week. Same thing. We'll see the same in this week. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go die over here in the corner.
This is what we're friends for.
Yeah.
This is what we're friends for.
Yeah, thanks. I knew I could count on you. Oh yeah. So
I hope you guys are having as much fun.
Yeah. Also,
I'm just saying.
The guy in my ear told me we should probably plug social too instead of being buffoons for a minute. So, you guys, if you want to interact with us a little more, interact with BattleRekt, check up on us. You can head on over, follow us on Twitter at BattleRekt, and you can follow us on our personal Twitters as well. We love the followers because you know we are greedy. We are greedy people. Gotta boost those follower ratios.
Follow, like for like.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Everything in between, you know.
The old MySpace, Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, help us out here.
Swipe right on BattleRekt.
Yes, quite right. But that's what we need. The BattleRekt gender profile.
Oh, the BattleRekt
Yes.
gender profile.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming, boys.
Oh, we're making it a thing. Oh, I guess we have a game to cast, so we're heading into it. Skywing, Dream Crushers. This is, again, the rematch from the finals last week. Should be a barn burner, as I was saying before.
No one gave me the definition of barn burner.
Come on.
Like, where it came from.
Chat.
I'm disappointed.
Chat, please. We need your help here. But so far, Skywing gonna pull in a verse. Hacking away. Gonna get chased down. Oh, rain of arrows. Oh, the burst from Stro as well. Whoa! So hurt. A-Wing heals Bliss. He's trying to back up, and the orb is gonna be coming up right now. Pulling it in. Chrono actually got it past the Chrono Flux, which was excellent. And in the end, Skywing able to secure Rain of Arrows. A-Wing has to roll out of that one, and oh, look out, Loretta. He's going in deep. He's got that consume up, but able to keep himself alive, at least for now. Oh, that Chrono Flux nearly reflected that right click right back into his face. Not able to secure the orb, though. He's got Sands of Time on him, too. Really needs some heals. A-Wing, he's got to get him on him. He has 3. Fine. Yeah, there we go. Giving him the heals. At least a little bit, but a big health advantage. Well, not huge, but definitely a health advantage in favor of Dream Crushers at the moment. Orb up, and Red is going to be able to secure. A-Wing's got the alt. Skywing should have his in just a second. Stro has his as well. Here it comes, the ultimate, and the goo as well. Stro caught right in the middle of it, pulling him back in, getting the damage. Rukon now.
We're gonna see. Oh,
Stro ults as well, and now stuck right in the middle of the rain of arrows. Has to roll away. This will be incredibly difficult. The Chrono Flux as well will shove that toxic
Clarity
bolt
potion.
right
It does
back
not matter. Oh,
See you later.
One shot.
Will do.
Will do.
It will do.
It's a good combo.
Yeah. And
Good combo quote. I was honestly, Averse had his ult for so long, and he just saw Rukon like nothing. I'm surprised. I know he wanted to just like 720 that bad boy and just try and pick him off and finish the kill, but he was patient enough. He's smart. There's money on the line, folks. You don't throw this away.
yeah.
You don't throw for mounts.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not. You got two possibly 2 hundo if you can win this. So you ain't throwing for that. Not for those little mounts, but here we go. Into round 2, Dream Crushers with the 1-round lead. Remember, this is just a best of 1 map. So 1 map decides it, who's going into our finals. So right now, pulling in that center orb. Oh, Skywing doing an excellent job playing those mind games to secure that center orb, as him and Stro were both going for it. Waited out the E of Stro, and Skywing landing that right click onto Jumong as well. Chrono fluxes down and getting the in-cap onto Lucy as well. Oh, just missing the panic. Stro got away, and Skywing extremely hurt.
Eureka!
Oh, Eureka, but nobody's inside of it. Stro was able to get himself out of there, and Averse was hammering away at A-Wing.
Oh,
Bottom.
what a perfectly placed Chrono Flux. He almost took himself out.
Oh, really needs some heals. Skywing got him last second from A-Wing, but still pressure
Oh, the
coming on.
barrier
He's got
keeps him
that
alive.
barrier just barely.
You can hear the strain in our voices. I feel for you, buddy.
It's help him. Help me. A-Wing down low is
Oh,
in
no,
a lot
no,
of
A-Wing
trouble.
going.
Gets the barrier last second. Skywing's got to come to the rescue. Get the EX pull.
Oh,
got him.
the pull.
He got the EX pull, at least keeping A-Wing
Oh, the
alive for a
serious
little bit
damage.
longer.
Look at that.
And actually
they're
might
going
be
to try
able
to
to
take him out as quickly as possible. He gets the barrier, but
might be able to get a verse. Got to land that silence on him as soon as he comes out.
Too strong.
Oh, too strong indeed. Now it's A-Wing left alone in a 1v2. And that should definitely spell the end. That'll give Dream Crushers a 2-0 lead.
That was close. They almost
did it.
almost took him out. Now, this is one of the most painful old dwarfs to go against. The damage he pumps out is brutal. 598.
Yeah.
598 from his support.
Just
We see A-Wing with 333 and Skywing with 328. He literally had like almost 300 damage over the other 2 players.
it's a little disgusting.
It's just a bit disgusting. So even in a 2v1 situation, it's a good chance Stro still would have put up just a whole fight.
Yeah.
The fight of the llamas.
The llama men.
Is
Is that what Old War is?
I don't know.
Man? Oh, yeah.
Someone also should tell me the origin of where Old Door comes from and what he is. I really want to know.
What kind of creature is Old War?
Creature.
Yeah, but here we go. Round 3 it is. Skywind going in deep. That Consume ahead of him, able to dodge the E from Oldor. He's gonna have to get himself out of there though. He's quite hurt. And they were able to secure the center orb as well. Skywing was. So getting a little bit of that extra energy. There is a separation between Skywind and A-Wing at the moment. Oh, A-Wing getting caught inside of the root as well. Doesn't have a barrier at the moment. Needs to be careful. And Averse just pounding those left clicks into him. Skywind taking his time with that orb. Actually, just totally not even going for it.
They're just leaving it there. They know they can dish out damage. They have the capability to. He's going to get a pull, and they're going to actually secure that. Rakan getting close to his ultimate. If he lands a lot of this.
A-Wing still just having to deal with Averse, trying to dodge as much as they can. They got Skywind into a Petrify as well. And he'll go ahead and get himself on Stro. Now using that ultimate though. Ooh, just able to pull one in. Stro is inside of the goo as well that A-Wing threw out there. But still, Skywind taking a lot of damage. Got the barrier last second inside of the roots. Oh, it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. That's the touchdown. EX Mouse 1 from Stro. They're able to finish off Skywind. And A-Wing knows he was toasted. Now making it 3-1 for Dream Crushers.
It's looking pretty promising right now.
Yeah.
For the Llama and the Hunter.
Yeah.
I love it. I really like it. Just looking at his character creation, he's so unique.
He's something straight out of my nightmares.
You're actually not wrong, though.
I know. And that's what's great about him. I love him. And the voice lines he has are also quite creepy. He eats sand. So that's something for sure. But now really got to get themselves back on their high horse here, Skywing, as they have taken the 3-0 deficit, and if they don't get back in soon, gotta regain a little bit of momentum. This is only a best of 1.
Skywind going Gorge again on the third BattleRekt, so it seems to be the one he favors. He wants that protection a bit.
And going for the right click. A-Wing given the jukes. Center orb is now up, pulling it in. Skywind waiting out some of that damage from Oldor and able to secure it. He's really been doing well with these orb battles with Oldor in the middle here. And getting that right click as well. They're just sitting back for the time being, not really pressuring all that much.
Though.
They're going to have to re-aggress here soon as this orb is coming up. Skywind coming in from up top, gets the silence in onto Stro.
And he's able to snipe it and charge up. But getting the Consume, his right click's now dishing a bit of damage on Lucy, just trying her best not to deal with a 1v1 against the Jamong.
Skywind's got to be careful though. He was so deep and A-Wing was still working his way back up to the top of the map. Got the barrier down on him and now he's going to use his ultimate trying to hunt down Stro. Pounding away at him. Finally Stro uses spacebar to get out of there. Skywind though really hurting. A-Wing's having a lot of trouble down here at the bottom. He's got to come to his rescue. But, maybe a little too late. He got petrified, and the barrier was down. A-Wing out of it. Now Skywind in just a 1v2. Yeah, he knows. This guy knows.
He just went to bed.
Yeah,
Hang that head.
Taking a nap.
Hopefully you can make it through. Right now, I mean, it's looking pretty promising for Dream Crushers. They're doing well. I like the way Skywing is playing. There's a fun thing you see with Lucy when they're going against the Jamong. Is whenever Jamong gets that Seeker's Mark, whenever he uses camouflage to walk through you, his next auto attack will incapacitate you. Lucy can do this fun thing where she just flings up a clarity potion up into the air, right? Even if if he gets the incap and then it lands on top of you, it'll get rid of the incap. But even if you don't time it perfectly, and then you can actually hit you before the incap, the Seeker's Mark goes away. So the incap doesn't happen either way. So it gives you this big margin of error, just like fling it up. Either way, you're saving yourself from the incap. But if no one's there to follow up and help save and pull that Jamong away, he's just gonna keep dishing out them arrows.
You have those left clicks for days. Here comes Skywind. It's match point for Dream Crushers. So they're up 4-0, so it's do or die time as the orb is out and Dream Crushers able to secure it. So the health advantage now 30% in their favor at the moment. Really need to get some burst onto these guys. and start coming back in this round, but he's separated yet again. Needs to get some heals from A-Wing. And finally gets the barrier last second. Like, gets end cap, just so much damage onto him. And there's the goo as well, trying to keep them at bay a little bit longer from Skywind, at least to make sure he can stay alive. They really gotta get this orb if they can, but unable to on the side of Skywing. And they are definitely in trouble right now. Look at this, they're separating themselves further. Luckily it didn't do too much harm there, but they're kind of staying on opposite sides here.
Look at how well versus using that wall. He's just sneaking around, poke arrow, sneaking around, poke arrow, sneaking around, poking the arrows, and now we're going to see an in-cap. Oh, but he's clarity potion. Now he's going to ultimate.
That ultimate
might be able to take him down.
Running away to first. Oh, he's got to get out of the rain of arrows, though.
Just in time. A deadly inject, though. Oh, he immaterialed his way out of it. The in-cap now. There go. Oh, look at that. All the damage. He's going to use the Chrono Flux to protect his teammate. Good placement from Oldor. Still keeping an eye on deadly inject. Almost taking him out. Will he go down? No. Wait, what just happened?
I have no idea.
I think it went off just as the round actually officially ended, so he didn't actually take the damage.
Oh my, well.
Dreams have been crushed.
Yeah, really crushing the dream this time, like straight up 5-0. I called for a barn burner, and the barn is alive and well. It has not been.
It's embers for one of them.
Yeah, well, for one of them.
Great game though, honestly.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, these guys all very skilled. Obviously, I mean, they're some of the top guys in the NA scene overall, so really fun to watch.
I mean,
regardless.
it really just goes to show, like, that being able to react that half-second faster, being able to kind of just in your head know when abilities are on and off cooldown, and being able to play around that. All it takes is that little extra more, and it really can just, it gives you those 5-0 sweeps. I mean, if you're able to outplay even like 1 or 2 times, all the cooldowns are going to be off kilter a little bit, because you want to time it in like a nice cycle, knowing when they're going to have theirs, so you're going to have yours off cooldown. So if you just get that cycle going, and especially that range poke between Jamong and Oldor, and we've seen Stro.
Yeah.
Oh, the damage you can put out.
Man, the burst is just wicked. So, you know, they will move on though. Dream Crushers, they got a spot in the finals, and they're waiting to see the winners of our next semifinal game. But we do have a replay carpet again. What do we got? I think we do. Oh no, we don't. Not. That is coming. Excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm excited. So
you're excited. You're struggling today. What's wrong?
Probably both.
Yeah.
Both. I'm excited, and it's causing me to struggle. And that is my downfall as a person. It's my downfall. So now we do have the replay, though. Carpet. What do we have?
This is gonna be in round 4 when Lucy just gets cornered. I mean, again, when you were talking about this, the separation. Check this. Lucy is stuck down there. She's gonna get rooted, and then everything. Snare. Just Stro doesn't even care that Jamong's behind him. He's just gonna keep well on the left clicks. And then you're gonna see Jamong just start to get out. And then look at the in cap. Just ignore the Rakan. Just put him out of the picture. Who cares about him? Let's just beat him on his friend Lucy. Yep. They were good friends for so long, and he just has to watch her die from his stone statue.
That's it. He can't do anything about it.
Brutal.
Just has to sit there and
torturous.
Watch it. I know.
I feel so much.
I feel for him. I feel for him. Poor guy. So, anyway, we do have our first semifinal in the books, at least. We'll be getting into the second one here shortly. Let's take a look at our bracket and see what we have coming up. And as you can see, we do, actually, excuse me, that was our second semifinal. We got it all. Man, I really am struggling today. I just need to leave.
I didn't say anything.
I know, I caught it. I caught it. Yeah, I just need to leave. So we have a finals coming up for you. It's going to be best of 3 maps, and it's going to be loads of fun as well. Boxicles against Dream Crushers to decide our EU. I think I'm trying at this point to be just awful at what I'm doing. Somebody just get me out of here.
Oh, yeah, where's Arthur? Arthur!
Let me stop talking. Yeah, bring Arthur back.
Where's Rainey?
Yeah.
He needs a substitute. He's struggling so hard right now. Anyways, I hope you're all liking today. I'm gonna take over for a second again. Just it's okay.
Yeah, hammer me or something.
I hope you're all enjoying today. If you do, feel free to follow us right here on Twitch. You can follow us at BattleRekt on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then honestly, if you play BattleRekt at all, even in the slightest, if you've played 2 matches, your favorite, who cares your favorite champions? They're all your favorite because you're just a welcoming individual. Go to BattleRekt.com, sign up for our tournaments. They're a blast. Make it to the round of 8. You'll get some mounts. Elo got his mount today. We didn't know about that.
Yeah. Good guy.
And we'll get to cash. You get to listen to us.
Yeah.
do
and
this. Hopefully not.
You're
him
probably.
do this
I was gonna
again.
say after today, you're probably not gonna see me again.
He's done
so.
for. This is actually his final casting with us.
Yeah.
This is his farewell.
Thanks for
His farewell cast because he's done.
Thanks for bringing me in.
He's
It's fun
retired.
while it lasted, but that's the
His
end
brain
of me.
has just failed to function.
It is, yeah. Oh, it's been struggling for a while now. As you can see, it's really kicking in full swing. But we do have that final game coming up for you, and this is the NA tournament, and this is a 2v2 tournament. So we'll be getting in. We'll be getting in very shortly here.
This is the finals, which means prizes galore. First place is going to go home. Whoever wins this match is going to go home with $200. Whoever doesn't win this match still goes home with $100. They've made it all the way to second place. And everyone we've seen today, the round of 8, gets one of those sick demonic steeds.
That's where Elo, he got his.
Elo.
He will be getting
I want to
his.
stop talking about Elo. You got too much attention, Elo. You
What?
little greedy man.
Look how happy he is, though.
Look at you, he's greedy. Came in here just for our mounts. Now we're giving him all this attention. I'm pissed.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to
Yeah,
this
you gotta
guy.
deal with me.
Yeah, he's got a beard.
Very
That means
threatening.
he's scary.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
small as me in real life, but man, he's got a beard, so that's enough to scare you away from it. But yeah, so these guys are playing for some actual money now. Difference of $100 between first and second place. Well, 100 in total for the team.
A lot of pizza rolls.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Of pizza rolls. You know how much, like, let's just imagine, like, having an endless flow of pizza rolls. You never stop playing video games.
Yeah, you're just
like
there all day.
Just a bag that just, every time you pull your hand out, just full of perfectly temperatured pizza rolls. Not like the lava temperature that you deal with, you know, and like right when it's fresh out and all it does is just burn the crap out of your mouth. But just, and not the cold ones, because cold pizza rolls, they feel almost like they're still frozen.
Well,
but just
yeah.
that perfect temperature. Just a handful of them.
Yeah, I
God,
mean,
that would be heaven.
That's
heaven on earth, folks.
That's what you could buy if you win some prize money in BattleRekt. So, you know, get yourself some perfectly temperatured pizza rolls coming right up. And here we go into the grand finals. Physicals round box against a Verstro. This is a best of 3 maps, folks. Keep in mind, best of 3. So we do have potentially a lot more BattleRekt to come for you. And right away, Physicals goes for the jump in onto a verse. And it's got some pretty good walls, this map for Physicals and these charges. They'll have definitely some opportunities here. As right away, Bulwark comes out, those rain of arrows, gonna do some damage. Roundbox has gotta get himself out of there. He'll just back up and continue to sustain from afar. Trying to jump right on top of these guys. They've been pretty slippery thus far, though. And now the center orb is up, that Chrono Flux, though, shutting it down.
God, every time. Such good placement on those.
Yeah, it's incredibly effective for being able to secure that center orb. So, gotta get back in Physicals, though. He's gonna try and jump onto a verse, but they have all of their abilities up, so it's an easy dodge. So far, they're just struggling to get some traction in this round. There goes Roundbox. And now the ultimate.
Oh no, he's gonna get away, but just in time, Bako's gonna get hunted down. The arrow stabbing him in the back. This is where we're gonna see Bako wake up a bit, as we always see round 2 Bako getting that wall slam, getting those stuns every time he smashes them onto walls. You said a little bit wall heavy. I imagine he picked him knowing the map they were going into. Plus, this is the comp that we've seen Physicals do both last week and this week. But Stro and a verse, I mean, I don't like talking about it again, but 408 damage. 408 damage from Uldur.
Yeah, he's a wicked man, that Llama. He will definitely pound you, and an incredible ability to just chunk damage to really get some good burst. And they are pressuring heavy this time, Roundbox and Physicals, but Physicals taking a solid bit of damage right out of the gate, so he's got to back up and take some heals. At the moment, the center orb is up. Chronoflux is going to shut him out, or shut out Roundbox, that is. And so far, we've got Seeker's Mark. Rain of Arrows will come down as well. Barrier being used onto Bako, and Roundbox is up top there as he jumps all the way over. I believe Physicals also whiffed on an ultimate there. He was able to secure center orb at least, but still he's quite hurt. Roundbox getting pressured so heavily, gets in capped actually, and now, oh, there goes Bako out of it. Roundbox, not long for this world. either. He uses the barrier, but ultimate. Maybe we'll see a little bit of goo here in the corner.
Deadly eject, as many as you can.
Get them all. Use all of them. Not going to happen, though.
78% health pool. We're doing pretty well. They don't seem to be struggling. They're pulling out that Bulwark, right? Bulwark is how you want to counter Jamong as much as possible. Yes, his Rain of Arrows doesn't trigger Bulwark, which is nice for Jamong, but he does still have his right click and his left click. Anything that he shoots forward, his EX left click, all those can be Bulwarked away. Right back at him. But they're doing a good job of baiting it. You see them, they're starting to dish some damage out. He wants to put in the Bulwark to save himself some, and then they just wait it out. Maybe save that Bulwark for as soon as you see something strong coming your way, right? You want to wait until you see something big, or use it to secure a few more orbs. Those center orbs are pivotal in games that come close, especially if you want to get that ult first. The Bako, as we know, he has that stun combo, that crazy burst, which could give them the leg up, but they need to make sure they get those combos off.
He's continuing to lay it on, gets petrified, smacked in the face by the lantern, and now Physical's coming right back in onto Stro, getting him. He had to use that space away, Stro, but couldn't get rid of that deadly injection, which just pound the damage even more. Here comes the ultimate. And Verse is gonna have to run around on the backside, just using the space, nick of time to get.
Here we go. There's the damage.
Finally, they're getting themselves into it a little bit. It took them 2 rounds, but they are definitely laying on the damage pretty heavy now. Physicals is starting to flow a bit more here. He's gonna, he's gonna line up for the charge right out of that Petrify. Finally getting him that time. Stro is gonna have to space out of there. Verse also incredibly hurt as well. Bulwark up. And oh no, Lucy now actually taking quite a bit of damage. Oh no, going down. That's the Chrono Flux that was up.
Beating it just in time. Then he misses Shield Slam. It's gonna take all this damage. So close. I honestly think they can do this. They're doing a good job of trying to bait all of those abilities. You want to keep Jamong just as ability-less as you can. He has so much mobility with his space bars and his stupid immaterial. Stupid immaterial. I mean, it's a great ability, but his prowl, man, is so strong. Not only do you become temporarily immaterial, which means you can't do anything. You're not really fully invisible, but you can't be targeted. You can't take damage. You don't really exist. You're just this weird ghost of yourself. Your movement speed is doubled. And it removes all impairing effects. So it'll get rid of your lethal injection. It'll get rid of any kind of weakness, any kind of debuff. So it's a very strong ability. You want to try and get that out of him so then you can really, there you go. Boom. Perfect immaterial. He knew the wall slam was coming, but then he gets panicked.
Now, trying to jump back in, had another space to get away. Gets charged, but no wall there to get the stun. And he's actually caught in a bit, able to at least get the end cap onto Roundbox, who has taken quite a hefty amount of damage here thus far, and it's gotta be careful because Physical's working his way back in, trying to grab up some of those green health orbs, but they are in some trouble here for sure. Kind of caught with their tail between their legs in the corner here. And both of the Incapped and Petrified, Roundbox is petrified at the moment. He did use Bulwark to negate damage, gets barrier as well, but he's still gonna be in a lot of trouble. As Roundbox down low is going to fall shortly as his Bako companion went down. Will use barrier, but still just so hurt here. The E coming in from Uldor, 4-0 for Dream Crushers, just rolling.
They're doing pretty good so far in these finals. I think the damage that time from Reverse, 614. You know, and just it's so hard. I mean, it's utilizing your abilities correctly. You know, Physicals is trying to get that Bulwark up, trying to just mitigate as much damage from that Jamong. I mean, we already know Jamong is strong, right? If you use him well, he's a very strong character. I can kind of say the same for nearly everybody, right? We've seen so far, we haven't had a whole lot of tournaments so far, and we've seen a lot of different champions being picked and played so well to counter each other. So Jamong is definitely counterable, but he is, when used correctly, which we've seen Averse do, you know, these last 2 weeks, he is very difficult to deal with, especially with Stro by his side.
He can be quite slippery as well, Averse, especially when he's got that full charge recasting and a lot of moving, but here we go. Physical's getting the charge onto Averse. And center orb's gonna be up, so just trying to secure that as Bako jumps right back in. He'll be giving Stro a little bit of harassment. Stro panicked away now, trying to meet back up in the middle here. Physicals could use some heals for sure, but Roundbox slowly getting cornered. We'll have to rotate back around and come into the middle. Oh no, petrified though. Getting smacked, and now, oh no, Roundbox up top, maybe in a bit of trouble. Gets Seeker's Mark, in-capped, and into the root as well. Things not looking good, going down. Beautiful combination though from Averse, getting the in-cap and whiffing on the ultimate. Physicals say it ain't so. It'll come back in. Stro using his ultimate, getting the stun, and an easy finish to take map 1. Game 1 in our best of 3. That is going to be 5-0.
Yeah, that was tough. That was definitely tough for Bako and Lucy. We definitely saw towards the end maybe some frustration. That, you know, Lucy's barrier is so strong. Like, Bako literally doesn't need to do anything but start wailing. That shield gives him like a free few seconds of just do whatever you want. You can tank some damage. But every time we'd see him do that while also paired up with a Bulwark. And if you're only going to be taking a few M1s from Jamong, it might not be the best time to Bulwark. It's hard to say. You know, you want to wait for something charged up. You want to use it to reflect something big. Or use it to really protect yourself, especially just from, like, if both of them are just slamming down them M1s. So, which, in the beginning, I think they were a little more well-timed. And then towards the end, I think it was just a little bit of frustration dealing with these two. I mean, they're both extremely well. They know how to move around the field. They know how to stick together. You rarely see these two split up. And if they do split up, it's very intentional. They want to put themselves in those 1v1 situations. But
yeah, you can tell they got the coordination down for sure. Averse and Stro play together quite a bit, and you know, they've made this comp work week in, week out in numerous tournaments. So they do take map 1. This is a best of 3, guys. Keep in mind it is only 1, and they can certainly pull it back still. You know, Boxicles, they got plenty of time to bring it back, but I don't know at this point if they need to change up comp, if they need to, you know, what the solution is for them here, but it's definitely something, because they just got manhandled right there. Different play style maybe even, but you know, definitely some big changes required to get back into this, because you know, just absolutely manhandling them through that first game. But definitely have the ability to come back in. I believe.
I definitely believe. And I mean, they're dealing with a ranged and a support, but a support who is just playing and doubling as a ranged. Now, I don't expect him to pick Bako. I don't expect him to pick Bako if he doesn't have a great map coming up.
Right.
But either way, I mean, he might do it. If that's his main and that's really what he plays with, he's going to try and make do, right? He's going to try and make do with what he can. Maybe, I don't know, it's really hard to say. I mean, you could just go double range DPS, just try and just slam down that Jamong if you can. But Oldor's going to try his best to mitigate you with chrono fluxes and stuff. But this is what's great, right? This is why we hold these tournaments, because we're slowly going to learn. You know, BattleRekt is still relatively newish. We're going to start seeing how to counter things. People are going to put unique things out. When Esmo came out, we didn't think we'd see a lot of Esmos, and we have seen Jolt so far do fantastic with him coming out. A couple of really good ones. He got really far. So I mean, and as you start learning a little bit more how that melds in with other players, other champions, you're going to start seeing how those comps can really show up.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot of room. You know, the meta is so early. There's so many things to be figured out yet that I don't think people have figured out. So I think there's a lot of room to grow in champ selection strategies. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I'm excited to see. Excited to see for sure. But we do have our second match here of our, second map of our grand finals, best of 3, and they do stick with the same comp. Both teams sticking with the same comp going into our second map. So Physicals and Roundbox confident they can bring it back with the same comp.
I mean, this is a good map for Bako. Again, all these walls right in the middle of Skyrim, giving him those potential stuns after round 2. Or as round 2 begins, I should say.
This is the map that we saw Physical shine on earlier in the earlier rounds. So definitely go time for him now. They gotta win this map. So right away, hammering away. Adaverse. And now the ultimate coming out is actually going to connect with Physicals. He jumps back in, seeing maybe if he can snag up a little bit of a verse himself.
Oh, the chrono flux!
Man, that thing is just so strong for controlling that center orb. Now Bulwark is out. He's got the ultimate as well. See, maybe if he can connect, does charge in. And gets Stro a little bit, but just goes down before he even has a chance to do anything with it. Once again, Roundbox all by his lonesome. The goo comes out. The goo. It's not going to have anybody in it. The goo. And that is right away 1-0. Right over to right over to the boys of Uldor and Jumong, the Dream Crushers themselves.
Juldor.
Juldor.
Juldor?
Juldor?
Juldor? Oh,
Is that word?
Oldong. No. Oh no, what have I done?
Oh, you've
What
done it
have
this time,
I
buddy.
done? I didn't think. I just said it out loud. You know, we don't see a lot of war dumps from physicals. I think that would be fantastic against us. I mean, keeping Stro from helping out Jumong or you know, really pinning him down, trying to get him in. It also helps you line up those stuns into the ult combo.
Right.
I mean, you're not going to be able to ult after you use Warm Stomp because you've just used some of your energy. But you get my point.
Yeah, there's definitely some room, at least in his strategy overall, for him to change up, to get themselves back in. Does get the charge on Jumong, and now they're really putting that pressure onto Roundbox. Physicals, though, going hard on a verse at the moment, jumping straight back in. Bulwark goes up. Good job of reflecting some of that damage, taking him into the wall. This is what we like to see out of Physicals. The barrier was used just in time, gets petrified, though, as he was engaging onto Uldor, and now Roundbox might be in some trouble. Doesn't have the barrier at the moment. Should be up any minute, finally using it. As he got it back up, the orb will be there momentarily as well. And now he's got the ultimate, though! Dodging it beautifully. Really needs to be just a little bit more patient, I think, when using that ultimate, till he knows that Uldor doesn't have that cooldown. Here comes the goo as well. Oh, couldn't connect with the clarity potion, though, to bring either of them back in. And
they get another one.
Secure it, takes a verse into the wall. This is their best opportunity if they want to snag this, though. Caught in the rain of arrows, though. Continuing with those left clicks. He uses R just in time.
Just as they have in Bulwark, he's going to keep chasing.
Oh, no. The verse is now going to be able to get healed back up, and Roundbox is quite sad.
Oh, he goes down, but now Uldor juicy. Uldor Lucy.
Uldor juicy. Hey.
Oh, man.
You're starting to feel it now, too.
Juicy Lucy plays.
Yeah. And this is going to be something else if Roundbox can pull this off, get some of those juicy plays, maybe. I love it. Love it. I'm starting to rub off on you.
I know. Look what you've done.
Saying the completely wrong thing. But here we go. Roundbox does take the barrier. Oh, petrified. See ya.
So satisfying. That sound is amazing.
I gotta love it. Put that on my iPod.
That should be my text tone. Oh, I'm so making that my text tone. Could someone make that for me and send it to me? Oh, good panic, though.
Go, yeah.
Honestly, if she can get a fantastic panic out of this, she might be okay. She also, if this gets lower, any more, she's gonna be able to throw out her nice little goopy goop, but he does have his ultimate.
Oh, gets a
so
panic
he's gonna be able to try and ult out of it.
That orb is still over there as well. Here it comes, buddy.
No!
Is able to space out of it. Needed some sort of a clarity potion to bring him back in. Should have waited just a little bit longer. Uses barrier. Has nothing else to petrify outside. Getting Sansa time as well. Can't get back in. Oh no, Stro able to finish it off. You are distraught, I can see. And now that will be yet another round to Dream Crushers 3. Or excuse me, 2.
They can
That's
do it.
0.
It is 2-0. Dream Crushers, 1 game away from taking first place. Boxicles doing well. They're definitely they're ramping up the pace. They're doing a good job of trying to counter this Jumong, keeping him when he's got no cooldown, when he's got what he's doing.
Yeah, and you know, I think Roundbox could have waited maybe a little bit longer on the goo as well. Could have been used a little bit more effectively, get a little more value, but still, nonetheless, tough situation to be put in from the start for sure. And Stro panicked away immediately, so they want to get in onto verse if possible, but he's able to kite that off and now charging in, trying to get some security on that center orb. Physical's playing it well. And that time getting the end cap and then the stun onto a verse.
Oh, she cleared herself with a Seeker's Mark. That's what I'm talking about. She has her ultimate now. She might be able to get some map control. She has some good placement. We see a good end cap from Bako.
Cap yet again, trying to take a verse downtown as well, but he is chasing Roundbox at the moment.
Another lantern smack to the head.
And gets the stun, but not following up with all that much damage.
Oh, perfectly placed bear trap and everything, but not enough physicals.
Oh Oh, man.
Trying to seek revenge.
He's slowly just getting chunked down over time. They're just laying it on him. The center orb is coming up, gets the panic, though. Averse was able to just line up for the snipe on the orb as he's in deep right now. Getting the end cap into rain of arrows is going to use that shout, try and move forward, though. He's going to have to back out. Really needs to be careful, needs that barrier. Now this could be
there comes
trouble. The goo, but Stro pulling him out of it right as the ultimate started, right as the goo started.
He wants it. Oh, he did get it. He got the orb. He now has his ultimate. Can he get the combo? Oh,
yes, he landed it. Averse in materials out last second. Wasn't able to seal the deal. And Baco goes down. It's just round box 1 versus 2. It does put the barrier on, but that should spell the end. Man, they had it in the bag, but that immaterial coming up huge for Averse. He is able to get out of harm's way, at least stay alive long enough for Stro to heal him up, and now it's going to be 3-0 for Dream Crushers.
Oh, that's got to be devastating. Getting Jamong so close 2 rounds in a row. Just that few bit of damage, just those few bits. A few more bits.
Few more bits. Just a
few more bits of HP.
Just a skosh more. Could have had it. But now they go down another round, so you know they could pull it to another map, man, but they're definitely struggling. And look at the way round box is also building here as well, giving a lot of survival, a lot of movement. You know, with barrier, increased barrier movement speed. You know, really trying to make sure they can sustain in some of these fights and just press forward and you know, pound the damage onto them. But 3-0 it is, and you got to find some sort of momentum. I don't know what the key is to victory for them at this point, but they're gonna have to pull something out of their bums if they want any shot at getting the first place prize. So here we go, jumping in. His Physical's orb is now coming up. Oh, no. And Averse is able to secure it just with his left clicks. Now Immaterial's out of it. Barrier is down as well. Charges Averse into the wall. Physicals just continue slashing away. Bulwark used as well, but should be seeing another orb come up right now. Able to snipe it yet again. Averse doing a good job of controlling. Now 2 full sticks of butter for Averse and Stro. Could be deadly for sure if they time it right. But
Averse knowing he can build up that energy so easily, just so liberally, using 50%, using his EX prowl and his rain of arrows. Like that, he's just building up more and more and more. He's gonna try and get the incap. He does, but we have a full ultimate. Physical scared to use it. He gets the incap. Oh, here we go. The burst.
Here we go.
He
Finally taking him down. There's Averse, shut out of it, and it's Stro, who I believe tried to use that ultimate on his poor teammate that was getting slammed by Physicals down in the corner, but couldn't quite connect it on him in time. Now that'll make it a 2v1, and the goo comes out as well. Stro stuck right in the middle of it. Physicals charging him back in, and Stro giving us some 360s for good measure. And there we go. Boxicle's getting around on the board. That's what I like to see.
I think they can do it. I really do.
Yeah, I like the optimism. I think they can too, man. I you know, gotta bring it back slow but sure. It's a steady climb, I believe.
It's the patience, and it's really just catching Averse off. As soon as he's separated from Stro, once his immaterial is down, yes, he can use his spacebar, especially if he's fully charged. But if you catch him when he's not fully charged, he has no more immaterial. Don't let him in, Cap. Use those clarity potions, man. Clear yourself and just wail on him. I want to see a combo. I want to see Baco slam him into a wall, followed by a Blood Axe, or the M2, while you just get a bunch of lethal injects. Just
all day.
Yeah.
Lethal injects for days. Use that full bar of
Take
energy.
him out. Although it's tough because Stro pretty much acts like another friggin' DPS with the amount of damage he does with Oldor.
Yeah, he certainly does. That guy will give it to you. So here comes a Chrono Flux. Now so far just a lot of ranged poke, but Physical's now trying to start the charge on in, getting onto Stro a little bit. The orb is on its way. Chrono Flux out, trying to box off round box. And He's just stuck in the rain of arrows right now. Physical charges
Oh,
in.
that's ruined, but he takes the barrier. He actually mitigates a lot of damage.
Gets end cap charge, gets the stun onto a verse.
Oh,
And he has the ult as well.
Oh. Is he done? Is the verse done? You're done!
Oh, there it is. He's able to connect with it, doing a lot of damage. Has the immaterial out, but at least chunked
the
it down. Gotta be
perfect
careful. Rain of arrows, though,
What?
and he's... Ooh, Physicals thought was in some big trouble there for a second. He still is quite low. Gets smacked in the face by your man Stro. Roundbox has really got to be careful. Stay alive. Sustain if he can, because... Dodging, has to use that. Oh my goodness, so much burst damage down onto Roundbox, finally being taken out of the fight, and it is just, Physicals.
How is Baco supposed to fight after watching his friend get destroyed?
How
must
can
be
he go on?
devastated.
He's too emotionally drained. He's now
His
just,
heart can take no more.
thought he was gonna go.
For glory!
He gets the charge. Use the shout as well.
Oh!
Dying honorably. And that is Dream Crushers going up 4-1. Boxicles couldn't string together some of these rounds. That's the other thing I would have liked to see out of them. After getting that first round, gotta get another one. Keep building that momentum a little bit.
That's tough, though, man.
Feel good.
I mean, I'm sure like old Door and Jamon are like, oh, whoops, we lost one.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do what we're doing
Yep.
and just dunk on him.
Yep, and that is definitely what they did.
One game away from taking the finals.
That's right, $200 for first, $100 for second. And Dream Crushers looking good to win 2 weeks in a row.
Oh.
BattleRekt NA 2v2 tournament. So here we go. Physical's trying to say otherwise as he keeps pressuring a verse. But man, he's just so slippery. Goes, charges in, gets that stun onto Stro. There we go. And gets the pull work off as well to get some of that Sands of time on Stro, but Roundbox up top was getting pressured by Stro. And now ultimate is up for the Oldor, and Verse gonna have it shortly as well. Physicals himself may have himself in ultimate in just a moment, but so far not a whole lot of action during this down period. They are separated though. Roundbox down at the bottom.
No.
Use the ult, and yet again Stro just spacebarring out of the way. It's not even hard for him. He's making it look easy. Just getting out of the ult. Physicals, I think, needs to take his time a little bit more with that. Couldn't connect with
the
the
root
ult.
rain of arrows followed by the root. Oh, and the rain of arrows is not coming in. Apologies.
Barrier though came up clutch. And the health advantage staunchly in favor of
There's
Dream
the rain of
Crushers
arrows
right now.
Oh,
No, there it is.
Time.
Stro finishes him off. Now it is just Roundbox to keep his team in the tournament.
Roundbox wants the money. Get Richard Dot trying, buddy.
Go, run. He had swift roll,
Get
ran
Richard
out.
Dot trying. Can he do
Got
it?
the barrier as well. No.
Oh, he died trying.
He died trying. At least he tried though.
He got semi-rich though. Congratulations,
$100.
Dream Crushers. Again, second week in a row. Going home with $200 for first prize. Second place, congratulations to Boxicles going home with $100.
Yeah, huge congrats to those guys, man. Played well, just in the end. Dream Crushers, it's what they do, man. That's what they do, crushing the dreams and taking home first yet again in another stunning performance, really. It didn't really seem to have too much trouble through any stage of the tournament here in our top 8. You know, they were just cruising, and we'll see maybe if they can string 3 in a row together next week. But you know,
But they got a target on their back. Someone's got to hunt them down.
yeah,
Take 'em out.
seriously.
They're just
Somebody
raking all this
end
cash
this reign of terror,
Raking it in.
please.
They're raking
End
in that cash.
the
They didn't
reign
care.
of terror.
We're going to check out a quick little replay of that match. It's actually going to be... oh, we have 2 replays? No, we have a single replay.
set up.
Round 3.
Just one. Don't get too excited.
Here we go. The Baco ult. Slamming him down. Followed by the follow-up. And then check this out. Just uses his immaterial. Gets out with almost no health on Baco. Then stuck to take it. Oldor still managing to dish out the final blow while healing his own Jamong. I mean, that's what makes Stro so strong. He's able to just mitigate both health and damage. And he just doesn't care which. They're the same to him.
Yeah.
You're going to stay alive, and you're going to die horribly.
Yeah.
Sand in your eyes.
I mean, with sand in your eyes too. Really, it's like salt in the
Bunch of
wound.
pocket
But
sand.
yeah, Yeah, it's the worst part about him. But so anyway, taking it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket, what we went through today, what we saw. And really, I mean, the big story, Dream Crushers obviously just crushing their way through the finals, even against Skywing, who they played last week in the finals. And it was a great game, but this week just taking them to town.
I mean, the combo they've been running is just so strong. Because the way they play, even in a 1v1 situation, they still do so well. Even when Oldor's caught alone, doesn't matter who he's up against. He's still going to dish out enough damage or not take that much. And we already know Jamong, he outplays really well with his abilities.
Yeah,
He does a fantastic job of verse. I mean, I'm not saying he can't be beat. He can definitely. We've watched fantastic Jamongs go down in glory.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't go down.
He is so slippery, man. Every time physicals got onto him, he just had a way around it. He was getting out of there a lot of the time. Had a pretty high percentage on that. So congrats again to Dream Crushers as they take first. But we do have some of these broadcasts coming up. Some of these casts, some tournaments. So we will be here again with you guys on Friday for the EU and NA 3v3 tournaments. It'll both be happening on Friday. You can catch the EU 3v3. The broadcast starts at 11 p.m. Pacific. That'll be 6 p.m., 8 p.m.
11
CET.
a.m. Pacific.
Yes, for EU.
Yes.
Yes, for the broadcast. CET is... Well, I'm just going to stop trying. I'm trying to sit here and convert it in my head. So, CET, Central European Time, yes. Yeah, and then NA, I'm going to stop trying with EU. NA, we do have the broadcast yet again. We'll be starting at 8 p.m. Pacific.
Now, if you'd like to sign up for these tournaments, go to BattleRekt.com. It's really easy. Make a quick account. Takes seconds. I've done it myself.
Yep.
And then just sign up for one. Why not? You might as well see how you do.
You got nothing to lose, right?
Yeah, honestly, you have literally nothing to lose.
Yeah, free to enter.
It's completely free to enter. You have a chance at mounts, money, glory, women.
Yeah, everybody.
I don't care what you're into. Cars.
I mean,
everything.
Everybody
There's
loves
nothing but light at the end of this tunnel, and you guys are just letting it all up by not joining.
Wasting the opportunity.
God.
You have it here. It's low-hanging fruit.
It's right there.
You know?
Oh, jeez, come on, don't put us down. It's high-hanging fruit with just nothing but glory and fame.
That's
the
right.
end of
You'll
it.
be a celebrity by the time you're out of here.
I will take care of you.
Oh, he will. He'll take care of you.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. You took
That
it.
got weird undertones.
You took it a weird way. It wasn't me. But, yeah, so, guys, also remember you can check us out on social media. We got a Twitter account. You can tweet at us, at BattleRekt on Twitter, and interact with us there, or our own personal Twitters. Follow us there, too, because we're greedy. As I said before, we'd like to boost those follower ratios. But I think that's about it for us, man. It was a good day of tournaments. Great day of tournaments, EU and NA. Fun to be with you back here on the desk. And we will be back yet again for Friday, guys. Remember that 3v3 is coming up on Friday. We want to thank you all for joining us as well here for the BattleRekt NA 2v2 tournament. And we will definitely see you guys again on Friday. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.